technical difficulties for a little bit. But how you doing, man?
I'm doing great, bro. I mean,
how's life?
I'm chilling, you know. I didn't get a hit in my last fight, so we're just on to the next now.
Dude, I was watching it with family, like I told you, right?
Yeah.
Main event comes on, and I'm like, quick fight. I'm like, somebody's going to get knocked out. I was like, it's going to be quick. I didn't know who, but I told my family, I was like, watch, it's going to be quick. And sure enough, you hit him. You threw like 2 punches, then you got him on his back. You got his back.
Yeah, I took his back and then choked him out. And no one was expecting that part. Everyone knows me to be like a striker.
Yeah.
And I think I surprised everyone by hopping on his back. Because he's pretty good at jiu-jitsu too, you know. So.
Yeah, super young too.
Yeah.
But I've heard before you say you're a certified Muay Thai fighter.
Yeah, I mean, I've competed in Muay Thai tournaments in Oklahoma. That's kind of how I started. Well, I really just did martial arts altogether, just for self-defense. And then doing some Muay Thai tournaments here and there was kind of like the start, I guess, of my fight career. Just trying to, you know, get into it, make sure that what I was learning or what my brother was teaching me just wasn't BS.
Yeah.
And then I ended up winning the tournament, so that was like really cool. And then from there, I just did a little Muay. They like came into Texas, like these last couple of years. So I just did a couple of shows here and there for them. And I still think I have like the nastiest, like blood gruesome like fight, like that they've ever had. Mm-hmm. Like that dude looks like Harry Potter now. He's pretty cool, but you know, that's why I want to go back to MMA or to Muay Thai soon because you can elbow and amateur MMA you just can't. So that's the only thing that sucks.
But okay, so like how are we thinking right now with that? You know, are you expecting to go pro anytime soon? Because like you are kind of dominating or really dominating in MMA, but you say you want to go back to Muay Thai. But is it lingering around, maybe going pro to MMA so you can start using elbows there? Yeah,
there's no rush necessarily to go to pro because obviously like once you do that, that's your career. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I like that I was a pretty like early on champion. I got my MMA belt when I was 2-1.
Right.
So that allowed me to kind of like have some, you know, negotiation power. Like now I want to try to go to different states and take their champions belts and kind of go like Thanos. I just want to collect all like the different states 125 champion belts.
Bro.
Because a lot of people, they'll build their amateur career going off of, oh, I got 1 win, I got 5 wins in a row, and then go straight pro, and then they get humbled by some dude from Russia. You know what I'm saying? So there's no necessarily rush. You know, whenever my brother feels like I'm ready or there's a great opportunity to go pro, I'll you know, it's up to him and up to what the Lord has for me. But you know, there's no rush going into it. Muay Thai, I want to get back into the TBAs. That's the most prestigious Muay Thai tournament in the whole U.S. And there's like those guys are like 10 and 12.
Yeah.
In Muay Thai, when that's a lot of time in the ring. You know, striking. Because I know no one can strike with me here in Texas. No one can strike with me in MMA in general. I just have that belief of myself. I know I've experienced the most high-level strikers in the world, and I just know none of these guys can give me that feeling that they gave me, like Ra Tang and Super Lick.
Yeah.
And so when I got to like encounter that at firsthand and got to get a kick from them, a punch from them, I just knew like everyone else is like nothing compared to them.
Right.
So that's why like I just kind of did my best to understand like what I needed to do to progress as a martial artist, and I want to close out my Muay Thai because that's like where I started. Yeah. I have a karate background, but Muay Thai is where I started my fight career, and that's just the most prestigious tournament. And then from there, hopefully get on like the USA team.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Yeah, and they're supposed to put Muay Thai in the Olympics. Like that was a big goal, just to be an Olympian for Muay Thai.
That'd be pretty cool.
Cause like, and then I mean, the Olympics is in the next 4 years. So I'm not planning on waiting. For that.
Yeah,
so I'll probably be pro by then. But yeah, something I want to have a high accolade to go into pro. You know, you have these division D1 wrestlers, NCAA champions, 4-time champions going straight to pro MMA. Like, yeah, they've competed at the highest level. Of course they should go straight pro. I wouldn't say I've competed at the highest level. I'm still knocking all these amateurs out and all these local people out. That's why I want to go travel and fight better people, you know, because, I mean, obviously these people here aren't that good. So,
well, I think some are good.
No, some are good. Don't get me wrong, 100%. But, I mean, I just have to
get them.
Yeah, I have to fight them, you know. That's just what it is. Like, you know, you don't know you're the best until you beat the best, right? So that's why there's no rush. I want to fight only champions. I think that will build my career. That will humble me into places that I've never been to before. And I just think it's a good path that I've chosen for myself.
And I think it's just like, your fights speak for themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like you're just like coming out the gate and saying, just give me all champions. You've put the work in.
I think I deserve it.
Yeah, you fought multiple title fights. You've been pushed. I feel like you've been pushed to the limit before. And like, as far as like, you did 5 rounds before. You know what I'm saying? In Amis. Not this fight. I think it was the previous one.
Yeah, my first, my getting the title.
Yeah. And that was, that was a good fight. Both you guys just didn't quit.
That guy, he was a dog. I punched him in the face, and I remember hurting my hand, like doing that. Kicking him in the face and just being like, "Dang, he's not moving. He's a zombie." And that's what I'm saying. There's no disrespect to any of the people I'm fighting.
Yeah.
It's just whatever the outcome is the outcome, and you have to move on from that.
Right. And like, I actually like the idea of you being like a belt collector.
Yeah.
You know how hard that is? Like, that's so cool. Just going to different cities, different states.
Yeah, bro. I want the pressure.
I want your best.
Yeah.
Like, give me your best. You know what I'm saying? And it's like a fight or flight thing. Like, what are they going to do? How are they going to act? Because if they really wanted to push themselves to the best, they're like, I'll welcome all challengers.
Exactly. And that's what I think that's what it takes to actually be a champion. Getting the belt is super easy, right? And everyone thinks the game's over. But that's just, you beat level 1, in my opinion. Like, once you get the belt, you're like I don't know if you've seen Afro Samurai, but it's an anime, and then there's like number 1 and number 2, and it's like these headbands that the people hold, and number 1 obviously is the imported headband, but number 2 is the placeholder to go fight number 1. So everyone's challenging number 2 like crazy, and that's how I feel about these belts. Like, I know I'm not pro yet, and I know that what it's gonna take is going to be even a step harder. It's going to be a more mentally draining, more physically draining, of course. There's going to be more sacrifice. But right now, where I'm at, I want all challenges. I want to experience the hardest that it can be, to the point where it's like, okay, when my coach says I'm ready, I'm ready. I'll never go past his word. So whenever it's time, it's time. And the way to build that is, I guess, just farming more experience, going to different states, trying different belts out, different sports as well, because I did kickboxing and MMA. I want to go back to Muay Thai.
Yeah, you mentioned that. Yeah.
So I want to try to collect all the belts, dude.
And it's kind of nice though. Like, what you said is like kind of like a homage thing, or kind of like a book you picked up and you like didn't finish it, but now you want to finish this Muay Thai stuff. Like you said, you want to go out, on a different level, like do more stuff there, and then chunk deuce. You know what I'm saying? And how did you get into Muay Thai?
Well, I got into Muay Thai because me and my brother, we've been doing martial arts our whole lives. And when he started House of Dragons, it was kind of just me and him. And I've been basically his little...
protege?
Yeah, protege, his little project ever since. And the whole goal was just, like I said, was for self-defense. I just wanted to make sure he's like 220, big dude. He can just walk around. People won't mess with him.
Yeah.
With his stature, and I grew up skinny, scrawny, so I had to learn how to punch and kick somehow, right? And from there, he wanted to make sure that it could be tested, like, as, I guess that's some crazy older brother thing to do, but he did sign me up for a tournament. Said, you're going to go test yourself, and you're going to know what it feels like to go fight someone. I think everyone should. I was like, okay, well, and it just kind of started that way. I never really chose it, but I really accepted that it was going to be a part of my life, right? I'm not saying that I'm like the biggest fighter in the world, or I'm not even trying to. I really want to spread martial arts through hard work and show that it can demonstrate in so many aspects of life, not just fighting, but in character and discipline, and going to business, going to school, all the pressures that you deal with in life.
Yeah,
martial arts, I feel like, is beneficial for anyone, and that's what it really like stamped on for me. So because of that, I guess the fighter's life is what I'm choosing to take off on from that, and then just pursue that more, just so I can spread a message saying that it helped me and it can help everyone else. If I get to the UFC from there, that's the goal, obviously. Like, why would I do it if I'm not trying to get there? But yeah, like, I just want to let everyone know that martial arts is an output where you can, release your good or your bad, and everyone's accepting of it too. So
some words you would want to hear from a personal trainer, right? For like a one-on-one right there, bro. Who, there's other trainers out there, but you hear from himself how he feels about this martial arts stuff. And the passion is there. You just get that sense from you that is actually genuine.
Yeah, man.
You know, that it stems from your heart. And I feel like that's kind of like a big role in success.
Well, yeah. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're good, bro.
Like that's what I feel like, because obviously we compete in the most individual sport there is. You know, there's not one sport you can name like that, like football, basketball. It doesn't matter. Like whatever sport you list, it's not the same as martial arts, as mixed martial arts, if that.
Right.
We're using every single part of your body. You're being tested with every single fiber of your muscles, and then you're being tested in your mind, most importantly. You know, how you would react. You know, you could train all day for cardio, but once you get punched in the nose and it's broken, it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean?
And now you got to figure it out.
Exactly. And I feel like just training, understanding that you're going to go through heat situations, you're going to go through the fire and flames. That was my big walkout song for Muay Thai, was Dragon Force Through the Fire and Flames. Because I just know, like, especially, you know, because me being a strong believer in Christ, I know that what he went through, all the death and pain and suffering that he went through, it's just, you know, what I go through in a fight is nothing compared to that. You know, and I just have to keep reminding myself that. And that's my big purpose, you know, to kind of just spread the gospel that way too, knowing that Jesus saved me and he gave me martial arts as a gift, you know, as an output. Luckily, I'm in this position where my brother runs a full dojo, a very successful dojo with these kids winning tournaments left and right, nothing but gold medals. All of our fighters, as you saw, went undefeated in fashion. Every single one of them had a hard-fought war in our favor.
And entertaining.
Yeah, entertaining as well. We don't just go out there to win. We go out there to, you know, sell tickets. We go out there to put on a performance.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about, man.
So, you know, amen. Shout out God.
Yes, sir.
What was the message or the purpose? You know, I asked you this off air, but, you know, what was the message or purpose for you and your whole team just to walk out with the Jesus is King flag? What was, you know, what did it mean for you guys to do that?
So that's my teammate, the Archangel. Shout out to the Archangel.
Shout out him.
He asked all of us, actually, if we could wear the flag. He asked Melanie. She's our first girl fighter, up and comer. She's a beast. She's gonna be a champion by the end of this year. Just watch. I'll say it now.
Beast.
And he asked me, because we all kind of like dove into our faith this camp, man. Like this camp was nothing different other than training to like as many times as we can, hitting the pads like we need to, doing our sprints, doing our bag rounds, our sparring rounds. None of that changed, right? The biggest change that we had was our mental fortitude. And we realized that this is just something that's kind of hard. Like you were saying about Yuri and Alex Piera, he conjures these, you know, ancestors and everything. Personally, I'm not just a believer of that. I don't really think that there's other spirits I need to contact other than like the Holy Spirit, right? And because of that, it gave us all, I guess we all talked about it too afterwards, we felt a grace of like relief that everyone out there that bought a ticket from us, of course they want to see us win. Of course they want to see us put on some spectacular fights, knockouts like we all did. But it's not about that, you know what I'm saying? It's not about the win or the losing. It's being present in the moment. And we were very thankful for the opportunity that the Lord gave us to be present in the moment. And that's what we just kept on telling each other throughout the whole camp. Big verse is, no weapon shall prosper, for the Lord is with us. And why we say that so often throughout the camp is because, like, we get to be there, man. Like, that guy can go out there and he could have done what he did to me. Or what I did to him, he could have done it to me. And obviously it's going to suck. You know, it's going to be the worst feeling in the world. You're going to feel like the loser. You're going to feel like the world's ending. What's the reason why I'm doing this? But you have to give yourself grace that you got to go out there and do it, you know? So I give props to him, even though, like, what happened. You know, I'm going to talk my smack. If he won, he would have talked his smack. And that's just how this game is. But at the end of the day, he stepped out there. You know, I give him the respect. He has the grace to do that too. And I just give my grace to the Lord. I hope he has the ability to do the same. And I know all my teammates have the ability to do that. So in that aspect, we don't have fear. It's like you say goodbye to your family right before you go to war. If you just know and have the confidence that regardless of whatever happens, you know you have a loved one back at home. Take away the whole Jesus aspect of it. He gives us that feeling. But that's just the grace of having a loving father, is that you can go in there with you know, an undeniable force of feeling like nothing's going to hit you, you know, you're bulletproof. And because of that mentality, that's why we're able to perform the way we are. My brother instills that into us just to make sure we're strong mentally, of course. That's any job as a coach. But to make sure we're strong mentally with our spirit. And I'm not gonna say that's the big reason why we're winning, but hey, it is. So.
Shout out God and Jesus. Y'all get two big
man.
booms.
2 big booms,
Two big
baby.
booms,
That's
man.
what it's about, bro.
Dude, did you like interview yourself today? Because all these
Nah,
answers
man.
are just coming straight out, and I'm just like,
bro,
wow,
it's the Lord, man.
No, yeah, you know, it was definitely impactful seeing each and every one of you guys coming out with that flag.
Yeah, like it wasn't some clout thing, you know. Like
Yeah,
right
it wasn't.
After
Oh,
Easter,
yeah, for
you
sure,
know?
for
And that's
sure.
like that's the wrong message we're trying to send.
Yeah,
you know,
like and I think, you know, shout out Dark Angel. Was that what you said?
Yeah.
Or shout out him, because I think if one person would have did it, maybe people would have looked and just been like, all right, that's your thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Then she did it, and you're like, oh, like, oh, you putting two and two together, like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. Then you did it, the
Yeah.
main event, last man to walk out, right?
Yeah.
Last man to walk out, and they're behind you, like with you, walking with you, and you're like, oh,
Yes, bro.
you put it together, and you're like, this was their thing. This is
bro.
This
It's
is
like,
them.
when they talk about aura,
Yeah.
like you feel the presence, bro.
Dude.
Like, you feel the presence
Dude.
of, hey, I'm protecting you. I'm watching over you. And that's like where your faith is given. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You have to give that up. You have to give
Right.
all your like physical feelings, all your everything you're going through, all those nerves, those butterflies. You have to understand, like, that could either crush you or make you. And
Right.
once you get that, bro, I mean,
It's like, yeah.
that's it, dude. That's what it's about. And I know that at amateur now, so that's why I'm doing that to build my career. And when I go pro, hopefully it locks in, you know. So.
Bro. I keep stuff in, so I fuck it up. It doesn't matter.
No, you're
But
good.
how was it? Like, how did you feel knowing your team was behind you as you walked out?
Bro, I felt invincible, dude. Like, and that's my favorite show I'm watching right now. Bro, yeah, you're on it too, dude.
Do you know?
It's-
Have you heard the pods of me talking about it or no?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Anyways,
I'm sorry. I'll be more of a fan, I swear.
No.
I'll rewatch all your pods
you
tonight.
know who
Straight
else?
5 hours.
Chef Devin Chef Williams, bro.
Okay. Oh yeah,
Big
yeah,
Invincible
yeah.
fan too, bro.
Oh, he's a cool dude, bro.
That's my
He's got like a
show.
Jamal Hill style, bro. I
he
love him.
cold, man.
He's
Shout out
nasty.
him, bro.
Yeah,
Have you
he's-
seen his like weight
Oh, yeah.
loss, his weight journey? Like he was like
He was a big boy, yeah.
He was, and then he slimmed down, man.
Yeah,
like
bro.
shout out to him. But
Yeah.
Invincible,
Hey, Invincible's tight, dude. Invincible's tight.
that's my show. He just pisses me off.
Yes, bro. Everyone hates Mark sometimes.
Like, dude, what do you? You could beat anyone's ass, bro, but you just choose to be.
bro, when he genuinely was like, he's like, oh, I'm just gonna be with my girl. When he has a whole like him from different universes,
Oh yeah, bro. Like, come on, dog.
destroying the world. I was like, dude, what?
Like,
But-
we need you. Like,
Yeah.
step up, bro. No,
It's
like,
bad.
and then he needs to whoop, bro. Like in my mind, he needs to whoop. What's his name? Oliver's ass, bro. You need to
Bro,
put your
Oliver's
little
funny,
brother.
dude.
He is funny. He was like big time ass whooping coming up and Conquest you.
Well, that's what I'm saying, bro. Because like I feel like Oliver, he like kind of brings that relentlessness out of Mark too,
yeah,
though.
yeah. But it's just cause like, bro, like train. Like you're legit
Yeah.
one of the strongest Viltrumite sons, and you're like this. You know what I'm saying? Like train. You know more threats are coming.
Oh yeah. Have you read the comics?
No, I've just read them off TikTok.
Okay.
So I kind of know like the end game where it's like, okay, yeah, you're the
Yeah.
you
It's
get
about to get pretty intense.
you get there. Well, I imagine, bro.
Yeah.
That last, bro, I rewatched it the other day, the Conquest fight.
dude. They made that pretty nice. I was really kind of like hesitant on to watch that because, like, I don't know, the animation has been pretty good, but it hasn't been like how the comic fights are. In the comics, every fight is 10 times better.
That was peak.
Yeah, I would say that's like on par with how it is in the comic.
That is peak,
the
right?
animation was flawless.
And then
too.
everybody doubted my guy. I don't know. I can't think of his name, but he was on The Walking Dead, right? To voice Conquest, bro. He did a fucking
Wait,
perfect job.
Negan.
Yes,
Yeah.
He did a fucking fantastic job,
Oh,
bro.
yeah. He's good, bro.
Like,
They want to like if they make a live action Invincible, they want to cast him to be Omni-Man. I thought that was pretty sick.
I think him.
He just
or-
gets swole as fuck though.
Yeah, he
That's
would
the
have
only
to
thing.
get swole. But he has the hair because he has the little
Yeah,
dark
that little
and grayish.
gray.
Yeah. So he'll be cool. But Invincible is a great show. I recommend it to anybody, man.
Yes, bro. It's good though.
It is. Do you watch The Boys also?
I've tapped into it a little bit, but it's just, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, it gets a little too gruesome for me. Like to an extent, I could read about like some of the nasty stuff, like in like because it gets nasty that show, bro.
Yeah,
there's some shit I'm just like, dude, that's like
it does.
That's like fucked up.
It does, but what I like about Invincible and The Boys, it's like it's genuine. Like
yeah.
Like if the world was full of superheroes,
bro,
which is probably are, but that's exactly how
they would be like that, bro. If like they talk about how celebrities are crooked.
Yeah,
you telling me a superhero wouldn't be crooked?
Come on now. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're great shows.
Yeah,
I think people should watch them. Invincible, especially, bro. It's so good. You're gonna get I just get annoyed with Mark, like I said, because I'm like, bro, do something. Like, come on now, beat someone's ass or something. Adam Eve though,
it is, bro.
She OP. She cold, man. When she wanna be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, she stepped up to Conquest, and he was like, "Oh, I have to fight this guy." Like, what a puss, dude. That's something that makes me mad about him is that his potential's like in his mind,
bro. Like when I first started watching, right, and I'm like Adam Eve, and I'm like, well, atoms, and I'm like, isn't everything made of atoms? I was like, can't you just like melt people? I did think like that. I was like, can't you just like fuck with people because they're atoms?
Yeah. And
then finally, like I seen it, in the Conquest episode, and I'm like, that's it. That's what I was talking about, bro.
Because I mean, you kind of forget like how powerful she can actually be.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I don't know, it's just cool though.
Like she said it too. She's like, I can melt him. I'm like, well, why the fuck don't you do it already, bro? Like real. You prolonging this, bro. Applause. Nah.
Yeah, the lights.
But it was cool though to see her step. Well, not what happened to her, but
Yeah.
It was. Other than that, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, bro. I realized like in that universe, if someone's gonna die, they're not gonna die.
You think so?
Well, yeah, because they just bring them back as like robots or some shit. Every like person that dies gets reanimated.
Bro, that shit is creepy, dog.
That is really creepy.
That shit is creepy.
Makes you think like, oh shit, am I dead or not?
But Mark has a point, bro. Like with that Sinclair shit, he has a point, dog. Like he should be in jail, bro, for what he did to what he was doing.
Well, that's like.
But that's Cecil.
Yeah, Cecil trying to make a weapon out of anything, bro. He's like the Tony Stark without money, with government money.
Shout out Cecil. Bro, did you see there was a counter of like how many times he teleports and how much it costs, like supposedly? And it was like in the billions. Yeah, bro, every time he teleported. Because it was like technology and shit.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I fuck with Invincible. What other shows do you watch?
Bro, I'm a huge comic book nerd. I watch anything, to be honest. Like, I've been watching Solo Leveling a lot. I watch a lot of anime too.
My bad, bro.
No, you're good. You're good.
No, it's not good. Kev got to pay the bills, bro. I told you, bro. Look.
The lights be flickering.
And the flights will flicker. I don't know if he's in that SpongeBob episode. No.
Oh, the hashling and slasher.
The hashling and slasher, bro. Yes. And the lights will flicker.
Yes,
they always do that. But what were you saying you watched?
No, I mean, I watch anything, bro. Anything that's like pop culture, like if you were to say like that's nerdy, I've watched it, bro.
Nah, bro. I
grew up watching Pokemon, Power Rangers,
bro,
all the
OG
anime.
Pokemon is the best Pokemon.
Dude, yeah. It's just like
all this extra shit, I'm lost, bro.
Well, all the new stuff's kind of crazy, but the new stuff be making you money, bro. That's the only reason why I got into it.
Yeah, we're going to get into that. But, you know what show? Shout out Air Carniceau. I think that's it, right? Juanito. Shout out Juanito, bro. He put me on. I don't know if you watch Vinland Saga.
The Viking show.
Yeah.
That's tight.
He put me on that, and I've been watching it. I kind of get annoyed with it too, but I think it out because it's pretty good.
That show can be like insane on the action, and then be slow as shit.
Slow as shit.
So slow. But it's like the action's peak. I won't lie.
It is peak, and the message too is like.
Yeah.
You know, like, leave your kid out now. But the message is like, make sure this motherfucker doesn't sneak off or anything.
Type shit, yeah.
But, yeah, bro. So, I see that you're a big Pokemon guy in the cards, right?
Yeah.
How did you get into that?
So, I had some friends that, like, told me, like, oh, Pokemon's crazy right now. And we're going to open this, actually, on the pod, bro.
Bro,
we have to. That's why I brought it, bro.
This is exclusive stuff I be talking about, bro.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
Take notes, everybody. Yeah, my lights flicker, but whatever.
Yes, bro. We could get $200 right here, maybe, or
you could get $200.
Hey, I'll give it to you. That's no problem
bro,
to me.
Chill.
But yeah, so like it's gambling, bro. And my friends, like, I mean, I'm not one to say I love gambling, but I mean, it's fun, bro. Yeah, when you win, it's fun. You know what I'm saying? So I just kept on winning, and had to cut some friendships from that. It's kind of funny. But yeah, so I got this like one. So this is like some random bull crap in this Pokemon, like some random sets. That's what they're called.
Yeah.
And then I got this one box. It's like $50. It's called Prismatic Evolutions, and it's like the one that everyone's going crazy about right now. That's why you like go to Target, you go anywhere, and it's like sold out like crazy. Every single Pokemon, you can't buy it nowhere. Your kid wants to get into Pokemon, good luck. Like that's why you got to buy the House of Dragons. We sell Pokemon.
Go to House of Dragons.
Yeah, for your Pokemon needs.
Might get a dragon.
But I got a $50 box, and then you pull something called the God Pack, and it's like worth. I sold it for like $3,000.
Bro.
And then from there, I just kind of like been flipping my little Pokemon here and there, getting graded cards for my own collection. Like now I'm becoming a collector, so it's kind of fun. I've started like a little hobby for myself, and it's just like a little side hustle on the side. So, but yeah, bro. I've been trapping some Pokemon, kicking ass.
Trapping some Pokemon out here, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Like, I got that Charizard. I got that Turch Tweak. I love Turch Tweak.
Yeah, that was your Pokemon back in the day.
Pokemon, bro. So what are you? Are you a fire type, water type? What's the green one?
Leaf or grass.
Grass.
Yeah.
So you fire, water, or grass type?
I was definitely fire, bro. Fire. I'm always bringing the heat, dude, and that's what's about. Damn. Like any type of dragon Pokemon was like my go-to. Obviously, right?
Right.
But like a lot of dark type of Pokemon too. Like I love the dark type. That was like one of the newer types when it came out. And then fire. Like my personal deck that I go and play people with is a fire and dark Pokemon deck. So I'll be killing everyone with that.
Bro, Dark Side? Oh, no, not Dark Side. It's Dark something, bro. He had a whole movie. He had a movie, and Ash and them went to London or whatever.
Oh, Darkrai. You're talking about Darkrai.
Yeah, bro. He was my dude, bro. Yeah. I fucked with him, bro. The aura right there. That was
like, bro. He was like just a shadow.
Bro, he's just a shadow, dog. And it's plot armor. Pikachu wins, but you just understand
it.
I
know. it's the way Ash coaches him, bro.
It's always
all
the
about
coach,
the coach,
bro. It's all about the coach.
That show, and like whenever I became a real for real fighter, I've been watching that show just to understand like if the Pokemon don't listen to the coach, the Pokemon doesn't win. Like that happens every single time. The moment the Pokemon's like, I'll do what I want because it doesn't have respect or whatever, it loses instantly.
Banger.
I was like, oh, okay.
You're right. You're like, all right, I get you. I got you. Bro, who your favorite Pokemon?
Definitely Charizard's on there. Gengar, he's super scary the way he just smiles at you. And then what's it called? Lugia. Lugia is like my go-to. Like I love that one. And Rayquaza. Rayquaza is like that cool green dragon. Mm-hmm. It's like lightning or something too. And yeah, those are like my top 4 right there.
Bro, I like what's the Inferno?
Umbreon's up there too.
Inferno. He goes from Chimchar. He goes from Chimchar.
Infernape.
Yeah, Infernape, bro.
That boy's cold,
that
bro.
Boy is cold.
That boy's
bro.
Nasty. He had like one of the craziest fight scenes ever, bro.
Bro,
he gets up.
He's up there, man. Like, well, obviously, because I used to play the Pokemon. It's like the purple and blue one. I forgot what it's called.
Oh, Diamond and Pearl?
Yes, Diamond and Pearl.
That was peak.
That was so peak on the Nintendo DS,
bro.
Dog.
That thing was crazy.
So peak, man. And then, of course, me, like, I was like, switch, like, I kind of did something stupid, kind of, but it's not stupid. I don't know how to explain it. I told so I had the, what was the name again? Delta or what was it?
Diamond and Pearl.
Diamond and Pearl, right? Yeah. So I had the Pearl, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay, there's a second version of it, like where you continues. So I was like, Mom, can you give me the other one, right? It was the same fucking shit, bro.
Oh, well, yeah.
It was the same game. It was the same game. And I was like, same thing.
It has like a slight, like, other, like, shade to it.
Yeah, that's it. And I was like, oh, but I didn't tell her because she would have been pissed. But I was like, I thought it was legit different. Like,
you still have them?
No, I gave them away.
Bro, they're like, each one of those is worth like $400 right now.
Don't tell me that.
Dude, it's crazy.
I got to go to Mexico and get them then. Bro, I gave them to some family. I forgot. For real, bro. Like, I donated all my stuff because my mom, she had a friend who has family in Mexico. Yeah. And of course, you know, they kind of don't have it like that. But this was years ago. I gave it to them and I was like, yeah, like, they can have it. You know, here you go.
Oh, bro. That's how my brother, he had all the first edition Pokemon cards sleeved up, perfect, like, condition. And then he just needs some money for college or something. So he sold that at a garage sale for $75. And guess how much it's valued at right now?
$5K?
No.
How much?
Way more. Like $200K. So imagine that, bro. It's like worth 200K, and you gave it away for 75.
But here's my thing, right? So how do you know like it's worth so much though?
Well, I mean, that's like no one would ever expect like Justin Bieber, Logan Paul, all these celebrities.
Logan Paul, I seen that one.
They blew it up like crazy. You know, like the Kardashians. My brother was talking about. They're like they had some toy that they bought for their kid. You know, and then all of a sudden that toy was like at 5 and below, and now it's worth like a crap ton of money. It's sold out everywhere just because influence, and that's in anything. You know, so. Pokemon's been the big craze because it's like the most legal way to gamble and everyone wants it just to have it. Like there's these big people called the scalpers. They'll go and like buy out the vending machines. They'll like do all this crazy stuff to get product and then flip it for more and just flipping it like shoes or something. So,
bro, and it's crazy you mentioned that. I do believe that your phone listens.
Yeah.
I do believe that shit.
Bro.
Because as soon as you posted your stuff, right? I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. And I go on TikTok and I see somebody trying to buy some cards, but the person who's restocking the store brought what he was restocking.
Oh.
In Pokemon cards.
Oh, like he bought it himself?
He brought it himself.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I was like, you fucking listen, bro. Like I looked at my phone and I was like, quit listening to me.
Bro,
It's
crazy.
Watching my shit. But that is crazy, bro. I seen that and my jaw dropped. I was like, wow.
Yeah, bro. Especially when you get them like graded and stuff. Like you can get like a $200 card can turn into like a $1,500 card.
You
just sell it.
What's your most valuable card right now?
Right now, I mean, I got rid of a lot of valuable cards just to get like more products. But I have like a $500 Pikachu card. I have a couple of like $300 slabs that are PSA 10. Before I had like this real sick ass Charizard. It was like $1,000. But like my biggest cards that I had is when I pulled the God Pack. And it was valued at like at 200, but no one's ever gonna buy it at that much. So I sold it for like just 3K. I didn't have it. I didn't know the market at the time. Looking back at it, I was like, okay, maybe like I could have been smarter with it, but it was fun. It got me into it. And yeah, so like that was like the biggest thing. Like one card alone was worth 1,500, and that's like the Umbreon. That's my favorite card. So I was kind of like sad when I got rid of it, but it was fun though. Now I got like a little collection, a little business going on for it,
bro.
So.
But like.
Is my capital.
That is so crazy, bro.
Yeah, dude.
That is so crazy how like a kid's card.
Dude.
A kid's card, right?
Dude. It's insane.
Because when I was growing up, I would see them on the side of Walmart, like on the sides. Like when you go out, when you're about to leave, you know, just get them if you want. If not, cool, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And now they're so valued really high.
Those $5 packs that you used to see at Walmart back in like 2016, 2017, you're just picking up some chips. Those like they were selling for $5. They're like going for like $30 right now, $40. Like the markup is crazy, bro. There's a set that came out, I think like earlier 2010, and just a one pack. Like what we're about to open right now, like one of those is like $40, $50. This is like $5 each. You know
how crazy that is, bro.
It's crazy, bro.
But like the thing is too, like let's say we find something right now, right?
Yeah.
But it'll be a risk. But what if like let's say I buy a pack, right? And I keep it. I'm like, all right, just hold it. And my son, he's 3. Wait till he gets older. You think like most likely it'll be valued higher, right?
No, yeah, like a lot of like it's like a market, bro. There's like apps I could show you where like they go up daily, like a cryptocurrency,
like stocks, like a currency, bro.
Like there's this one Pikachu I have to get rid of. I have like a real nice Pikachu that's like $400, and there's this other one that was like $450. Ungraded, raw, and right now it's like at $320. So I'm just losing money holding on to it.
Wow.
It was cool to have in the collection, but I don't really care about the collection. You know, I'll build my personal collection over time. I'm not worried about that. But that card,
I'll get it back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I'll get it back. Like the cards I got rid of or I wanted, I just go get them now.
Do you think
versus trying to open them?
Do you think that business is kind of oversaturated right now, or not really?
Not at all, bro. Like it's hard to get into, but like once you get into it, I mean, you can just keep going, you know? Like, all it takes is the lucky one hit.
Bro.
But it's really hard.
You're hooked.
Yeah, you're hooked.
So, the whole thing is just like, you buy a pack, and you look through it, but you use the app to identify and see how much it's worth.
No, yeah, bro. Like, we're about to do that right now. We're about to open.
Fuck it.
Yeah, let's do it, bro. All right, bet. We're about to open this shit up. And then, hopefully, we get at least, like, over, like, $60 in cards. If we can open it. Sheesh.
Bloopers. No.
Yeah, no. Cut this part. No, let me just rip it.
No, it's in, bro. You keep it in. Nah, I'll cut it out if you want.
Yeah. But yeah, bro. So, and I think that was I low-key did a little mental warfare going into my fight using Pokemon. I saw that like I was gonna open a pack between me and him, and I felt bad. I saw like that is he brought his son, so I was like, well, I don't need these Pokemon cards, so I gave it to his son also. But you know,
I did see that, bro.
Maybe that mentally messed with him. I don't know. Hopefully it didn't. But
I hope not. It was a great fight though.
Nah, yeah, it was awesome. I try to impose my will early. You know, play that little cowboy role, Connor and Cowboy. Okay, so look, we'll save this one. So we got these 2 packs right here from Scarlet and Violet.
Tupac.
Here you go. You take that one.
Thank you, brother.
So we're gonna rip the back of it.
Bro, this is my
childhood coming back. Nostalgia.
Well, I was gonna say my Pokemon card virginity because I've never.
You never opened one of these? You didn't have Pokemon cards growing up?
I had Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, you're that guy? Okay.
Bro, chill.
Hey, it's respect. I like the game. It's a cool game. Good show.
I'm a virgin, bro. Wait.
Okay. We're gonna break it open today. We're gonna break the seal.
How you do this?
Yeah, I'm a pro at it. So like,
I know you're a pro.
You kind of just open this back part. Get it where you can
wait.
drive your finger in there.
All right, there you go. I blessed it. You can open it now.
All right, bet. We'll just rip it real quick for you. See, bro,
Look at that.
I'm addicted to it.
Expertise
it's
right
crazy.
there, bro. I give that a solid 9.9.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the card pull thing for you. So like, you always there's a way to do it, right? To build anticipation. So you put one in the front, and then yeah. So hold that.
Oh, bro.
Okay. So like, where's you got your camera?
I don't have a camera. It's cool.
Okay, I bet. Well, we're gonna.
Nice.
Well, that's gonna take forever. So we'll just get straight to the back. Oh, see, look at that.
Bro.
We got some shiny shit. Look at that, bro. That's hopefully that card's it's probably like a couple of dollars. Not gonna lie. And then we'll go straight to this one. We got this one's a piece of crap. Let's be honest.
We didn't need you.
And then we got this last pack. I'm sweating, bro.
Last pack.
I'm sweating. Yeah, bro. I'll be selling all these damn Pokemon cards at the dojo too. And this is our thing, bro.
You be slanging Pokemon cards at the dojo?
Bro, I be slinging heads, slinging Pokemon cards. That's what it's about.
Man does it all.
Family man, Pokemon man. Hey, look at this. And then we got some more shiny shit.
Bro, shout out to the shiny shit, bro.
That's what it's about. So, and Pokemon's fun, bro. Oh, we got some cool more stuff. Look at that. So, yeah, bro. Now we actually got some good rips. Not gonna lie. But, yeah, bro. Pokemon, fighting, comic books, my faith, and then my shoddy, my awesome girlfriend. She be holding it down for me. That's what I be doing, bro. Just living life simple. Keep working.
Living like Larry. Bro,
yeah, bro.
What does it mean to have a support group? Like to have your family and have, like you said, your girlfriend. How does that feel to have that support group?
They make it so easy for me. I'm not going to lie. Like, obviously, I have the luxury of having my brother runs the gym, owns a gym or dojo, so I get to train there all the time. He gives me the grace of giving me private lessons since I was a little kid. We've built an amazing fight team of just studs, people up-and-comers, some riff-raff. I don't know if you've seen the Mighty Ducks and how he turned all those misfits into some champions. That was the same game plan, bro. It's just to try to impose our will in any type of way we can. And then my family, they just show all the love and support. I'm the youngest out of 5. So, we got one sister, brother. I'm the 5th. So the youngest out of 5. And it's just been all like love, My parents have done the best. They've put a lot of sacrifice into giving me a lot of great opportunities to help me go see. I did a little kickboxing in Europe when I was 18, right? Instead of going to like a big graduation trip, I was like, let me go try to train a little bit somewhere else. My brother was running a gym down there too, so I went with him. Then we came back over here, opened House of Dragons, and my family's been very supportive. Then throughout the process of fighting, I found my girlfriend. She's been such a sweetheart, just throughout the weight cuts especially. That's like the hardest part for any spouse that's going into dating a fighter, marrying a fighter. Just dealing with them being different. Like, I don't care who you are, you turn into a different person during the weight cut week, especially. Especially if you don't have it right. Like this cut, I was a lot better. I was operating around like 135. So I only had to cut like 10 pounds. It wasn't anything crazy. But you still feel like a different person, bro. You cut yourself from all types of fluids. You start feeling mentally fatigued. every little hit hurts you more because you just don't have proteins, you don't have the nutrition to continue. You just don't want to get overstimulated with everything. So her dealing with that has just been the biggest grace. You know, she's reminded me time and time again that I've put in the hard work, that I'm ready for this. She literally wrote me a letter before the fight, and then she gave it to me after the fight, saying how I was going to win. She predicted it. She just had faith in it. She prayed to the Lord, gave it to him, and then that's all that she could do. And then just trust on my end that I did my thing, right? So, and then I was like, well, what would have happened if I got knocked out? Like, would you have given me the litter? She goes, no. So,
bro, shout out her though. Man.
Yeah, bro. Like, she believes in me, and that's all I could ask for, is someone to believe in me. And she shows me that every single day. She'll, you know, there's sometimes where she's honest with me. I'm like, I don't want to hear it, you know, but shit, at least she's honest and not lying to me.
And to be understanding too. Man.
Exactly.
Because in a way, you know, realistically, you know, that sport and her kind of like right there,
bro.
And then sometimes, you know, it has to come first because it's like, you know, I'm putting my life at risk right now. You know, I'm stepping in this cage. You know, that's why, like, I respect all fighters. Yeah. You know, like, if any fighter ever feels like I talk shit about them, you know, it's not in no way.
Bro, that's the game we're in.
But still, it's in no way because at the end of the day, I never done none of that. I've sparred. That's all I've done. But I haven't cut weight. I haven't, you know, walked out. I haven't had the cage door closed, and I'm like, all right, bro. Like, we're about to do that. So I respect you guys, and I understand, like, it's war. You know what I'm saying? Like, back then, It was like that back then.
Yeah, bro.
You know
some real gladiator shit. Like, it's not easy to do what we do, you know? Like, I felt, especially this last fight, I got a lot of night terrors about this fight. You know what I'm saying? I was having those, like, dreams of getting, like, this guy, he was 2-0 and only had, you know, first round finishes. So I was, like, just praying that we got past the first round. Like, yeah, I wanted to win, but I was like, let me just get past the first round, and I know I have a better chance. And we didn't get past the first round. So, but I had literal tears, bro, of like just every single possibility of him putting me out, choking me out, knocking me out, head kicking me, flying knees, making sure that I was just gonna not be able to walk the next day. I was gonna be unconscious, and I had some tears where I was waking up in sweats. And I got past that, man. I mean, she helped me. She told me that I've trained my butt off. You know, I let those tears almost consume me, to the point where I did need a support system, you know? And because of that, it humbled me. It brought me back to, you know, that term lock in. That's basically what she just kept on telling me to do. And I was more than capable of finishing the job. That's where, you know, the mindset is of becoming pro or not. You have to have that ability to flip the switch. Kobe Bryant, he would always talk about, as a champion, you can have a bad day, you can have this happen, something in life can hurt you, but the day of the competition, it does not matter what you went through. Your dad could die, your mom can die. My father has gone through, you know, he almost died twice these last 2 years, and it's been the most important years of my fight career, and I was ready just to continue to fight, even if it happened. I don't care. Like, he would have wanted me to continue. And some people don't have that ability, you know. Obviously, if it would have happened, who knows? You know, who knows how my heart really would have felt. I can, you know, thank God I didn't have to think that way. But what I can tell myself is that I would have to push on, and the day of the event, the day of the fight, nothing else matters. And that is also part of my faith and ties into that. And just the ability to lock in. So when I have the support of my family, the support of my girlfriend, they made me feel invincible on top of my teammates, on top of my faith. And all I can do is just go out there and do my thing. So
you said invincible. It made me want to throw up the sign right there. Invincible. Nah, but in all seriousness, man, that's, you know, yeah. I love to hear that. I love to see it because, you know, it's already a hard sport. Mm-hmm. One of the hardest, you know, and just to have a home, a foundation, a support system like that, I know that has to feel good. And like for anything too, to be honest, but in that sport, for sure. How is your relationship with your mom and dad?
Oh, bro, amazing. Like they do everything, you know, ever since I was a kid. Like, they just been helping me out, you know, making sure I made it to all my wrestling practices when I was a kid. My dad always made sure that I was just being a man growing up. You know, he made sure that my life was pretty much like Disney World. He always was there for me. You know, anytime I needed to talk to him, he was there. That's why I'm so humbled in my faith, is because I know what a loving father's like. My father was a very loving father. He made sure he stepped out of his way, left work early to make sure that he was there for me, there for my siblings, especially me being the youngest out of 5. You have a lot of attitudes, a lot of personality situations you have to deal with, people doing this part, and like, because I'm, my sisters and brothers, they're older, so they're at different points of life than I was as a kid. So dealing with a kid on top of dealing with a teenager on top of dealing with an adult is 3 different mentalities, 3 different like switches he would have to turn on, So I give him the respect of that, and it lets me know of what I can be and how strong I can be if he was able to handle that. Especially my mom too. My mom's the biggest glue and rock for our whole family. Just making sure that we were always on time to everything, making sure that she was just there, being supportive. Whenever I needed to run into someone's arms, she was a good mother. Understood that I'm going to have hard times, but made sure I got through it and I was man enough to step up to it. So sometimes she was a harsh mama, but a real mom. And that's all I could ask for. So.
Bro, shout out mom and dad.
Oh, dude, they're superheroes. Those are the Invincibles. You know what I'm saying?
Invincibles.
Dude.
Bro, that was it's just a good show. But like that episode where he was like, "You're not listening." He was like, and he can't keep getting away with this because he doing like it just kept going back and forth. No, but that's great, bro. It's love to hear, family first and everything. How's your relationship with your siblings? Obviously, your brother, head dojo himself, head sensei.
Yeah.
But how's your relationship with your siblings?
Great, man. I have 3 beautiful sisters. They all have amazing husbands. So my brother-in-laws, they're super supportive too. I talk to them all the time just about life. They've given me guidance on different things, different aspects of life, because growing up in a family, you're very one-sided to the way your family thinks. So seeing those 3 individuals come into my life and give me just a different outlook as a man helps a lot too. Obviously, there's some things that they probably don't agree with that I do, or that I don't agree with that they do, but luckily we have that love for each other, especially because they love my sister. That's all I could ever ask for, is for them to take care of my sister and their family, because like now I have a bunch of nieces. Only one nephew right now. We're trying to grow it up, but but yeah, man. Like I just ask that they're the man of the house for them to let me know and feel the clarity of that they're protecting my sister, and in return they give me love and guidance as other brothers that have joined my family. So respect to those guys.
And how is it like sister brother or is it?
I have my oldest sister Shauna, and then William. And then we have Adriana, and Sabrina. And then there's me.
And what's the age gap?
So, Shauna, she probably gonna hate me for it because I don't.
Okay, well, you don't have to say. How old is your brother then? How old is your brother?
My brother, he's 33, 32.
And how old are you? Okay.
I'm 24. We're like 9 years apart.
So, you 24?
Yeah.
Shout out 25.
Nice.
How did this, martial arts and Muay Thai, how did it get introduced to the family?
Yeah, so it's kind of funny because our whole family like knows how to train. My oldest sister, she's actually a black belt. My other 2 sisters, they just know self-defense to get someone off the street. Like if someone tries to grab them, run away, go find someone. But it all started because my father, he was a champion in Laredo, Mexico, for karate, and then when he moved to Laredo, Texas, he joined karate there with Master Denley. She's a real big karate. She's like she is the karate, like OG karate people.
The godmother.
Yeah, bro. Like I'm talking about, like she would whoop grown men back in the day, like straight up, like bare hands.
What was her name?
Her name's Linda Denley. If you just look her up on Google, you'll be like, damn, this girl is crazy. Back in the 90s, like she would whoop on Chuck Norris. Like I'm not even joking. Like old school karate, And my dad came over here to Texas and trained in her dojo or with her growing up and all that stuff. And then he wanted my brother to get into martial arts. And that's kind of how it just blew up. My brother was into Power Rangers. His favorite person was the Green Ranger. Yeah, bro. They had the Green Ranger helmet over there. And he actually got to meet Jason David Frank. Rest in peace to him.
Rest in peace.
And we actually got really close into the whole Power Ranger community. My brother trained in Thailand with his actual Muay Thai trainer as well. And it was cool, small world. And that's kind of where we grew up into being, kind of like how that guy is, trying to run dojos We love the pop culture aspect of martial arts. That's becoming bigger now. Now it's cool to be an anime nerd. Now it's cool to read comic books, collect Pokemon cards. And that's always been our thing. Like, we've never changed. And like having that pop culture thing, martial arts has always been like just our thing. You know, me and my brother, whenever we would hang out, it'd always be just like, hey, punch and kick. Even his own son, his son's favorite thing, his favorite toy is just holding a sword. He holds a sword. That kid's crazy. He would go and try to chop everyone's legs off and everything. And that's just how he grew up. And he just raised me to always be strong and to try to carry myself as strong as I can. And from the comic books and having fun, we would always go on like just little comic book hangouts, me and him. Go to the dojos, you know, just train here and there. And he just took me around, dude. Like, I was just backpacking with him and learned. And from there, I'm at where I'm at now, and I can't complain. Now we're running a kick-ass dojo, some awesome kids, amazing fight team. We have the strongest kids fight team in Houston. And that's all it is to it, bro. Just spreading martial arts.
Bro, it's basically like a movie.
That's what I like to say, bro. I felt like a main character these last couple of days, and not gonna lie, because one, I got the belt, but two, it was my first main event. That was like just so cool. Like, I've worked for that, you know? And like you said, I'm growing that promotion. I wanna build my name in my way. I don't think I need some outer source to like make this guy known. I feel like I do a pretty good job on letting everyone know who I am.
I feel like if they didn't know, they know now.
Yeah, exactly. And that was my only goal. Yeah, bars.
Bro, like the whole, like, every fight of yours is like, if they don't know, they're gonna know.
I've only had fight of the nights.
Yeah.
Or finishes. It's either a finish or a fight of the night. So.
And it's just like, and that's what I love about you and your fights, bro. It's like, you're not stat padding. You're not just trying to win. You're trying to end the other person.
Yeah, man. If you're not going in there with the intent of like, this guy's going to try to hurt my family. Like, this guy's holding me down. I need to get up or else he's going to go attack my loved ones. I mean, that's at least how I'm thinking. I don't know how these other guys are thinking in the cage, but like my mentality is like, yeah, I've trained all this time. It's cool to be like an anime moment, get in that flow state. Once I get in my flow state, that's why I was kind of mad about this fight. I didn't even get to like show people what I've been working on. But like, yeah, dude, that's my mentality. Like, I want to put you out because I think you're trying to hurt me. Like, if you're not thinking like that, I mean, that's where the kill or be killed mentality comes from. Like, if you're going out there like, who is it? Brown had not Brown, but Leon Murphy. He just fought Josh Emmett. Brown had a dope knockout, not him. But Leon Murphy, like, it was his first main event, and everyone booed him because he outpointed him, but he was just like, tag.
Oh,
tag,
yeah, I've seen that.
Tag. And no. Josh Emmett was like, like pissed off because he got outpointed and like got technically beat. But like, that's not a fight, man. And I don't know, that was boring. You know, you can like be the best kickboxer in the world, and if you put on a boring ass fight.
Facts.
Like,
my whole thing, I think somebody said it was like, in a real fight, there's no judges.
Oh, bro, yes. And that's, I'll never forget my only loss, right? And why I consider it a big loss is because, my shout out to my boy Nevin Drehouse. He actually is like, he just went pro. He's from Louisiana, and he's my only loss. And it was when I debuted in AKA.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
And that kind of gave me some spooks. You know, I was the first fight. I walked out and like representing Houston, Texas, and some drunk guy goes, "F you, Houston," and like flicks me off like to my face. I was like, so this is what martial arts is, or MMA is, you know, because they had like that rep behind it. And I was like, this is the rep. That
like the hardcore, it's like bar fights, basically.
Exactly. And I'll never forget, man, like it was a barn burner. Like we went the distance. He beat me in decision, but it was how he beat me. Like in the last 30 seconds, everyone, even the commentators were saying like, oh, he's got gills, good job, because I survived a choke. But even like Joe Rogan says, like, what would have happened if that bell wasn't there? If there wasn't a ref to pull him off? Like that day, it triggered something in me. Like it genuinely made me feel like I would have died. Like I almost died that day. I remember going the ride home. Like it was more than a loss. Like, yeah, I lost. I've experienced losses before in wrestling, but why did this one feel different? It didn't feel like a competition. Like, and I promised myself every fight after this, I'm going to try to kill them. Like it doesn't matter. Like I could shake their hands, give them Pokemon cards, whatever. But the moment we are locked in, I am gonna try to kill you, you know, and I expect you to do the same. Like, there's no like smack talk in between. Like, that's what it is. That's what we're both signing up for. Like you said, it's a gladiator fight. You know, there's only one way it goes out. Someone winning. That's it. You know, someone's hands get raised. And that's the way I view it. It's like kill or be killed. I genuinely think like that guy across from me is going to do whatever he can to pop my head off, to make me not see my family, not see my girlfriend, not let me see my people, you know, my dojo, all my students that were there to watch me fight the next day. And if he's not thinking that, then poor him. You know, I can't feel sorry for that, because I just expect him to think that way of me. And bro, that excites me. Like that turns me like up. You know, that hypes me up to let me know like I gotta go. You know, I got all these kids watching me, all my students, my family, and there's no way they're gonna let me, or there's no way they're gonna watch me not try to kill him. At least, you know, whatever happens in a fight happens. I'm not saying I'm invincible, and I get knocked out. Right?
I'm gonna do it the whole interview,
bro. I'll do it. I've been hinting it for that. But that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I mean, I'm not saying someone won't knock me out. I got a pretty tough chin, you know. I'm not a scouser, but I'm gonna try to kill him, bro. And he better try to kill me, or else he's gonna just get chopped up first.
Why'd you have to say scouser?
Well, you don't like that?
I like Patty. No, I don't like Patty.
What?
I don't like him, just his character. But skills pay the bills. He is cold, bro.
After that last fight,
yeah, undeniable. He's third. I think he's third in line for a title shot. Me, how I see it is Ilya, Charles, Patty.
Mm-hmm.
Armin's gone. Armin in the back.
Do you think Patty beats Armin?
I don't know. Cause
I think that's his real test. Like he still hasn't been tested, in my opinion.
I think he's been tested. I think Michael. Well, yeah, I think
Chandler's good, bro,
a 2-year-old retired, kind of laid off Michael Chandler.
Like Chandler did good against Charles and all that stuff, because he was like,
well, he survived. I don't think it's good. I think
dude,
he just survived.
He was off his own hype train. Like he's like, I finally made it to the UFC. I gotta make some noise. Like it's like, now why are we watching you, Michael Chandler?
I mean, he did make noise at first when he came in. He
popped off Hooker.
Hooker.
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Title shot. I actually went to that. That was crazy.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even like a huge MMA fan at that time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had because I was in the military. I was stationed in San Diego.
Okay.
So I came. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Nah, I was kidding.
No,
I was with you. No, my girl, shout out her. She was pregnant with my son, so I came into town, chilled.
Nice.
I was like, bro, let's go. I was like, I've never been to shit like this before. I was there from the first prelim fight,
bro,
all the way to the end. And it was crazy because I was like, who the fuck are these guys? I was just like, I just know Nate Diaz because he was supposed to fight on the card. So I was like, where the fuck is he at? And then it was like, whatever. But Michael Chandler, I think he was pretty good, bro. I think he just, the hype just died. Well,
yeah, bro. Don't get me wrong. I think when you train your butt off to I think he's pushed himself past the physical point. But I don't think he's got like that mental
it's not
like
there
that
no
Payne
more.
Talbot like Payne Talbot. I don't think he's as conditioned, as much of an athlete as Michael Chandler, but he can and they're two different weight classes. So I'm not gonna saying they're gonna fight each other, but Payne I understanding of I just got to go on there and knock him out. You know, I got to go out there and just be better than him. And this is how I'm gonna be. He's smarter, I guess. He's just a smarter mind versus. Right. Michael Chandler, he's going to just go out there and one of them is going to connect, and he's won a lot of his fights because of that.
He's won a lot, and he's also won the fans.
Yeah.
Because no matter what, I don't care if he lost 2 in a row. I'm watching a Michael Chandler
fight. 100%.
No matter if he's on the prelims or on the main card. I'm like, Mike Chandler, got you, bro. Because, he went out on his shield with Charles. Dustin, he tapped out. Gaethje, it was close. It could have been his. The first round was his. But then after that, Gaethje just swarmed him. He was too much. But like we said, but Patty he's the real deal.
I think Patty needs to fight Gaethje next. You know what I'm saying? That would be a test. Something. You know,
it's like the new wave coming in.
Yeah, I was expecting all these guys to kind of get washed out here in a bit. Chandler, Poirier, and Gaethje, because. Those are the hardest to watch because they just never got the belt. Man. That's the toll of it.
Okay,
you know what I'm
saying? Hear me out. Because I was thinking this too, right? But an interim champion is a champion.
I agree. I agree 100%. But do they beat Khabib? No. Like, none of them have beat Khabib.
They didn't beat him, but at the time they were holding down the division when someone needed it to be held down.
I agree.
So I think you're a champion, bro. I feel like you are up there because the champion didn't do the champion due diligence, the obligations. So they needed help from somebody else to fulfill those obligations. So therefore, I think like you are a champion.
Okay, champion, true champion. We're gonna go through a list.
Okay.
Dominic Cruz. We'll start with him.
Dominic Cruz?
Yeah. He was already a champion in a division, and the UFC bought them over, and he was the UFC's division. I would say champion. The way he defended his title that many times, yes.
Champion.
Fast forward to Conor McGregor. Champion or no?
He won. That's champion.
He won the belt, but that's what I'm saying.
Champion.
Okay, but he won the belt in 2 different weight classes. I would say that is his highest accolade for being a champion.
Bro, yeah, that is.
Because once you hit champion, that's one thing.
Once you hit champ.
No, not even that. I think once you hit champion, that's one thing. But what you do as a champion is another thing.
Okay,
like, do you think Conor, champ-wise, right? Like, aura-wise, right, as a champion, is better than Khabib's undefeated record?
Yeah.
Like, what's the comparison there?
Okay, I see what you're talking about.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, John Jones, you can't even compare him against those guys.
Yeah.
He's whooped, defended for however many years. You know what I'm saying? GSP, can't compare them to Conor McGregor or Khabib. Because he was undefeated, title defenses. Then when he lost, beat those guys for his title.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I think like how you said
it's a rough book, though.
How you said it, though, champion and true champion, or champion or good champion.
Yeah.
Because you still won. You beat the guy who beat the guys.
Yeah.
For some cases. You know what I'm saying? And you got the belt wrapped around you. You know, you're a champion. Never said you were a good champion, but you're a champion. Bro, okay. I'm going to tell you something. And call me out or whatever. Leon Edwards, what's your thoughts on him?
Bro, I think it stinks for him because he just got, like, he didn't have a long run.
Fucking fraud. That's what I think.
Fraud?
Bro.
I don't know. What he did to Kamaru
was lucky as fuck.
No. In the second fight, he dog shit him.
That's just because Kamaru was a fucking pussy, bro.
He tried to strike with him in that second fight. That was pretty dumb.
And then,
I will say bad coaching was in that fight.
And then Colby Covington, you couldn't finish Colby Covington, and he broke his foot in the first or second round. And then Bilal dog walked you, and then Sean Brady dog walked you. You got exposed, bro.
I will say, I think Leon hasn't fought because of this new era of like 170 people, like Gary.
Has to be.
Who else? Pradas.
Yeah,
that dude's nasty.
Oh,
that fight was sick, bro.
That fight pissed me off,
bro.
Pradas could have finished him, bro.
Yes, I know, but that's him being a slow starter and smoking cigarettes. Like, like I think Ian Gary's what we were talking about. Like, he has that mind, and he has that like athleticism to keep going.
Yeah,
because that's what won him the fight. Obviously, like, well, I take back the mind a little bit because he was like bent over and stuff at some points of the fight.
Bro, I got it. Because on my personal account, I was clowning him. I was so pissed, bro. I was kind of mad so pissed because I love the fighting nerds.
Yeah.
And protests. Like, I still think he's going to be, I think he'll be a champ.
He'll be a champ.
Because Ian Gary's, I have this great jiu-jitsu. Bro, you tried taking Protes down. All Protes did was just roll with you and like get out and stand up. He made you like, nah, bro. Like, what's up? And I'm pretty sure you could have submitted him if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
But my thing is, like, with Ian Gary is just the smack talk. Like,
it's dog, dude.
It's just like,
he had the chance to be like Conor, but he ruined that shit.
He ruined it because, like, first of all, you got exposed with MVP.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's a wrestler now. You know what I'm saying? Like, once MVP punched you, you were like, wrestle.
Yeah, well, no one can strike with MVP.
That is true.
I'm surprised they haven't made the Wonder Boy MVP fight yet. I think that needs to happen.
I think that'd probably be Wonder Boy's send off. I really do.
Yeah, that
like picture perfect, like two karate guys just going at it. You know, bow down.
That's the only reason why they have Wonder Boy still in the damn top 10 in general.
Bro, it legit is a new wave.
It is,
in
bro.
every division.
Uh-huh.
Every division, it's a new wave, man, and it's so like it's exciting to see. And I think it's BS when people say, "Oh, the UFC doesn't have new stars or something." I'm like, I think you are reaching a little too much.
No, yeah. I mean, it just depends on like what your like preferences, you know. Like
Ilya's a star.
Ilya is the star, bro. I don't think anyone's gonna like do shit to him.
Ilya is a star. Ilya is a star. Charles is a star. I feel like 155 is always stars though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like Islam, like I always forget he's the champ. You know what I'm saying?
Like that's my thing.
The division's nice, but he's the division holder. But we don't watch 155 for Islam.
What should the obligations be for a champion in the UFC?
That should be definitely you get the belt, right? Who you defend the belt against obviously matters, right? Because you have to defend it. In my opinion, you have to defend your belt. And that's why Conor did great for the sport. Is he a true champion? I don't think so.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ilya defended it against Max. Took it from Volk. That automatically is like the top two dogs. Those two dudes are arguably like the best
the UFC
145ers.
Only had 4 145 champions, and you beat 2 of them.
2 of them.
Not even washed in their prime.
And if Aldo wanted to step up, he would get sauced up by Ilya.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to see that.
Yeah, it would be a slaughter fest.
Exactly.
And for him, bro, he hasn't been wrong yet. You saw on his Instagram before he fought Volk.
The power of the tongue.
Bro, you can't deny it.
Manifesting.
Exactly.
Legit. It's legit.
And he legit, I think, is going to, like, dog walk Islam. I don't think people are thinking it's going to be how it is. It's going to be way tougher than, obviously, Max. Like, I think it's going to go 5 rounds. But it's going to be way better than what Volk did to Islam that first time. When everyone's like, oh, shit, you have a chance, bro. Like, I think it's going to be one-sided Ilya. Like, Islam's going to have moments, but I think he's going to mess up Islam.
International fight? You think that fight's happening international fight?
Dude, hell, it has to. It has to, right? What other fight? Like, I don't care to see any other fight. That's the only reason why I care to see Islam, to be honest, because Ilya is going to fight him.
All right.
I don't like Islam.
Back to the obligations of the UFC. So, you have to defend the belt.
Yes.
How many times a year should you fight?
I don't think that matters. Because look at no, it doesn't.
I think it does, bro. Because like you said, if Islam was active, you wouldn't forget he was a champion.
No, but I think you need to keep the division going.
Okay, there we go. Okay, I
don't think you need to, because look at how many times Izzy fought. And then now look at Izzy now.
Bro.
No one cares about Izzy. Like, Izzy literally just lost to some random ass dude.
But was he a good champion?
Oh, yeah, I would say he was a good champion.
Okay, then. So that's why. Like, you say, like, now people don't care about him, but when you talk about the champions and you start comparing the greatest of all time in that division.
I think Izzy should have retired.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That's the hard part. Because, like, where do you want to end your legacy?
Yeah.
Khabib did the best about that, in my opinion. Like, he never had to... Everyone's like, oh, to be a real champion, you still have to fight GSP, because GSP was, like, still fighting at the time. And he was like, yeah, make the 165 division. I'll go do it right now. And that was going to seal it off, you know. But he was undefeated. No one could come close to beating him. So
you think Prime McGregor could have beat him?
No, dude. Prime McGregor got tapped by him.
I don't think that was Prime. That was Money McGregor right there, bro. Like, you just made money off Mayweather. You wasn't really caring. I mean, a win is a win. But you still win 5 rounds with him, right?
Nah, bro.
Oh, 4.
He went 4. And he won the 4. No. Yeah. He went 4. You're right. And he was saucing him in that 1 round too.
You know what I'm saying? So you never. I think it's just, the sport is like respectable, right? Mm-hmm. Just so much respect. Warriors, but it's always a puncher's chance.
Oh, dude.
It just takes one. Like Leon Edwards. He was going to lose that fight.
Bro.
But that head kick.
You seen the Henry Cejudo clip in that fight?
Yeah.
He's like, easy money.
Bro. Bink. So, like,
done.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just one thing to land or happen, and that's it.
Bro, that's the sad part about the fight game. It can go any way. Any single way.
Anytime.
Oh, bro.
Any moment.
Yeah.
Bro. Like, you blink, you miss something, boom. You wake up, you're like, what happened?
Bro, I stopped. I had to. Hopefully, this doesn't catch up to me later in life. But I had to.
I wouldn't even say.
I was just going to say, I had to use the streams, bro. Because I'm tired of buying the pay-per-views. And then the dude gets knocked out. I'm like, bro, I literally just wasted like $90. Because I blinked, bro, and we could watch it and everything. But I was like, oh, I had to start streaming.
Do you watch boxing?
Nah, I'm about to watch this card on Friday though.
I'm watching it tomorrow too.
Yeah, it looks pretty intense. It looks pretty.
It's so cool, dude. Like New York, Times Square. Yeah, they're shutting down Times Square just to fight in the middle of it.
That's pretty tight. I didn't know they were doing that.
That is pretty tight. So, I asked this question, whatever. But why why MMA and not like boxing or anything else?
Well, like I don't know. I like striking with these guys that think they can mix it up, you know. And trust me, I've been humbled so many times with people that can, right? Sparring UFC fighters here and there, and understanding that my striking isn't necessarily on par with them. I'm not saying I'm on par with these UFC fighters, but that I can see myself outstriking a lot of these wrestlers, a lot of these jiu-jitsu guys. I feel like I'm really, especially me being a coach, right? All this time, I'm really understanding my development as a striker, and I really love to see that aspect of it. Like the small gloves is fun. I told myself if there's a promotion here in the U.S. or like local in Texas or something that did 4-ounce Muay Thai, I'll do it in a heartbeat. I like the 4-ounce gloves. I love the stand-up of it. I love watching ONE FC. I think every single ONE FC fight is 10 times more entertaining than UFC fights. Just no one knows about them. That's what sucks. But all those Muay Thai fights are straight up just dog fights, bro. It's like the awesome bloodiness and goriness of bare knuckle boxing, plus like the atmosphere superstar mixed together, and that's the Thai boxing of ONE FC. You know, I do wish like there was more like Karate Combat, for example, my brother fought in. Like I want to compete in that more than the UFC, to be honest, because it's like a striker's paradise. You're in a pit, and all you can do is just punch, kick, take them down a little bit. Like I do like the aspect of mixing it up. Like when I'm getting out striked, I'll take someone down. I'm not scared to go to the ground. I don't want people to think I'm just a striker. I'm doing my best to be a complete fighter also. But I think my striking's way better than a lot of people, especially at my like where I'm at right now, amateur. But fighting a straight Muay Thai guy, that's why I test myself with my style, my striking style. I'll go fight like hard Muay Thai fights because I want to beat him in his style. You know, I'll go fight a kickboxing fight because I want to beat the kickboxer. I'll go compete in karate tournaments because I know I'm better at them in karate. I'll go try my best to do sanda or whatever, striking events just to get better in that striking department. And then in the meantime, I'm building my jiu-jitsu, my wrestling, my judo throws, and all that good stuff. But yeah, man, just trying to get the whole like horizon,
picture,
you know, like paint it all and then put it all into one in the UFC. So
blend it all up in there.
Yeah, bro. So, but it's fun, dude. Like, I mean, when someone goes in for a shot and you just catch them with a knee, it's cool. You know?
I would imagine, yeah.
But versus boxing, like, I don't know, boxing is just one-sided, you know?
Bro, I feel like the sport is not dying, but it's not as entertaining. Because I even asked my mom, you know, because she watches it because of me, right? And I'm like, well, what would you rather watch, a UFC or a boxing fight? And she was like, UFC.
It's like, way more entertaining.
Yeah, because like on the prelims, bro, you'll see some stuff and you're like, whoa, what the fuck? And boxing, you just get 5 fights and you're like, okay. Yeah. You know, and even the big guys, they don't really put on a show. You know, they just, I feel like, get paid.
I remember when I was going for the MMA title for the first time, that show was running super late. Like, the first, I don't know, I guess it was just like the production or whatever, and like I wasn't gonna go on until like almost 12. And I was like yawning as they were wrapping my hands and everything. And I remember specifically like I was like, oh, I'm chilling. I got like 5 more fights, right? I'm chilling. And then knockout. I was like, he's like, hey, you're on. I was like, dude, like you said I had 5 more fights like 5 minutes ago. He's like, yeah, I know. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Everyone just got knocked out. You're up. I was like, oh, all right, well, gotta warm up a little faster now, you know, still getting my hands wrapped and everything. But like you said, like that's how crazy the fight game is, you know, like the night was going so long, and then all of a sudden, just like the last 5 fights, like fast.
Yeah, man, that is crazy. But you know, but when we were like talking off air and everything, I gave you the title Mr. Elevate right now. Yeah. And how, you know, talk to me about the promotion. How is Elevate? You know, how's the relationship? You've been fighting there for a minute. You fought for titles for them, you know. So what's the relationship like, and how is it fighting for Elevate FC?
No, dude, it's been awesome. The promoter Chris, he's been so kind. Just, you know, I'm blessed just to have these opportunities. You know, I'll take on any fight. It doesn't matter if it's a really good fight, especially if it's for a belt. I want to fight for that. I want to just get better when it comes to that. So when he gives me the opportunities to go out there and compete for these belts, I take it with pride. I take it that, not only do people trust me to go out and see that I put in the hard work to go and get these belts, but like, okay, he knows that I can be a superstar. He knows I can, show out. I sell out every time for all my tickets. Always have to ask for more. Make sure that even when we're bringing on teammates, right? Because I would sell a lot of tickets when it was just me fighting, but now that we have teammates, I have to. They take like half my ticket sales, so I have to go find more people to sell to, and that's part of it. I hold up my end when it comes to being a fighter. Like being a fighter, I feel like you only have real like two jobs at the end of the day, and that's like just selling yourself as a fighter, so people come and watch you, obviously. Because no one cares about who's the strongest. People want to see who's the strongest and who can put on a show. And then two, making weight. So as long as I do those two, like our relationship between me and the promoter is pretty nice. Like he's been pretty cool about everything. Made the whole operation smooth for me. To the point where I was like, I had a good introduction into MMA. I had a good introduction into kickboxing. So now I just got to see where it takes me and just pray for the best. But man.
Yeah, like I said, bro, I give you the title right now, Mr. Elevate, because you're that guy who's really like impacting the promotion. I feel like I see your name on a card or see your face, and I'm like, yep.
Yeah,
like,
bro, it's gonna sell out.
It's gonna sell out. It's gonna be a banger. The fight, no matter where the placement was, and it's like you worked for it. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't handed to you. You put in the work. You put on entertaining fights. You've gone and gave wars for the promotion. Yeah. And then what happened? Main event.
Man, that's what it's about.
The last man to walk out. I think that's a pretty cool flex, bro.
Yeah, dude. It was like a build up, dude. I felt really honored. One, for the opportunity. I was supposed to have the main event as whenever I got my belt. So, but it stinks because like my opponent backed out. And a guy stepped in last minute, and the commission just didn't let it happen to be the main event. I don't know, for whatever reasons. So they made me like the co-main. And I remember being super pissed because like when you would walk into the venue, you'd see my face as the main event, but I just wasn't the main event. Yeah. Right? And then in this one, it was really cool because my guy didn't back out. The main event was set. Everyone like sold all my tickets. Those are always like the big worries,
You're right.
Because you don't think about the fight, you're thinking about like people to come watch you and everything, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh man, all these people are gonna come watch me. I don't want to get knocked down in front of them. So you have all those nerves, and then once you get past that, you just put on a show, and that's like the one thing I do know how to do is fight, because my brother made sure that I could always defend myself, and then put on a show because I don't know. I guess that's just me as a person to entertain. Never really tried to be an entertainer. I guess people just like to tune into what I got going on. So I can't be mad about that. Just very blessed.
When they show your tail of the tape, the commentator said you had crazy eyes. I don't think you have crazy eyes, bro. I'm looking into them right now. I don't think you have crazy eyes.
They trigger, bro. There's been times where my girlfriend's like, hey, you need to calm down. Don't be giving me those eyes because, in the situation, man, I'm not saying it's fake, like when I see him and I like I said, bro, it's like meat. I don't know. I just get a smell. I get like a scent. Pheromones come off of him that I just want to like tear him apart, dude. I want to pause. I want to make sure I kill him, bro. Yeah, I'll say that. I want to make sure I go after their heads. I want to take their souls out. That's yeah. Well, yeah, bro. That's what it's about, bro. I just need to go out there and slaughter. That's it.
And the haircut too.
Oh, yeah, that was funny. Me and my friend, he's like, yeah, bro, you need to cut your hair. Like, first off, whenever you get hit, it looks like too much is shaken, and the judges could say that's bad. I was like, oh, you're not wrong for that. And it was kind of like a new look, new me, feel good, perform good. So that's what I was trying to do. I felt slick out there. I don't know if you've seen the Avatar, The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
Whenever the air nomads shave their head, they get like a sixth sense. And that's what I was feeling like. And whenever we're doing pads, I was like sliding, I was slipping. And it felt like I was in my flow state. That was like the first time I got into my flow state before I went out to the fight. And once I enter my flow state, I don't feel like anyone in the world can beat me. That's confidence. But I genuinely believe that's mindset. Like once anyone gets into their flow state, they're unbeatable. So I felt that. going into the fight. And that was like the first time that's ever happened. It could have been like just the moment, the main event, the pressure. Like this was my time to shine. All that. I get that. It was probably leading up to that moment. But dude, I felt like some type of high that I've never felt before, and I don't know how to explain it. It was just super cool.
Sometimes does it feel unreal?
Yeah, bro. I was still taking it in. Like on Monday, I was like, oh wow, yeah, I did that. I kind of like I forgot what I did this weekend. You know, it was like a weird feeling. Not like I wouldn't say it's good or bad. You know, just kind of like, kind of sit back and chill out. You know, it's kind of like first time getting drunk or something. You kind of like have that moment of like, I just went through that roller coaster ride. Wow, that was cool. You know, like it either messed me up or it didn't. You know, I learned from it, and that's what I felt like. You know, it was like I learned from that experience. It was an eye opener, knowing that like I could do it. I was very doubtful throughout this camp, just about myself. You know, I didn't do anything wrong to make myself doubtful. I was just in my own head. Like I told you about, I was like, I had little nightmares here and there. I would wake up sweating, and I was like, why? But that's just how the Lord comes at you, bro. He gives you whenever you want to be strong, He'll send you tasks to make you strong. So,
man, yeah, you know, I think exactly like that too. Like sometimes the shittiest stuff be happening in my life,
bro,
and I'm like, it's because he's getting me ready for something better.
For something better, bro. Something bigger, better. Something better. And like I dislocated like my knee right before the fight, and then I like sprained my ankle. So like my whole fight style changed for this fight. I was about to just Ilia Taporia, go down. Usually like I'm bouncing and I'm moving and I use my karate and stuff. But this fight I was like, I can't. My legs hurt. I'm not gonna even be able to kick, and that's like my strongest weapon. Yeah, I can punch someone. I'm really good at punching someone, but my weapons are my legs. You know, like that's, you know, for anyone that wants to listen to that in Houston, those are my weapons. Like if I get to kick you, just know that's gonna happen 30 more times. You better be tough enough to take it. So when I wasn't able to use that for this fight, I was just, you know, I was getting nervous. You know, just we're hitting the pads and I felt great, but I would take a step and be like, dang. And then the commission said we couldn't even wrap our feet or nothing like that. So just all those little those mental battles is what made the win happen and so much more sweeter. So
the commission gets no big booms.
Bro, no big booms ever. They're super nice, I will say. Like I'm cool with all the commission people. Like they're super sweet.
Just rules.
Huh?
Just rules. Like the rules are rules.
Yeah. And that's the only annoying part, bro. Just like all the bull crap that they have to do.
No, they still don't get no big booms.
Yeah, no big booms.
No big booms. Bro, I fucks with that shit. Like I randomly just be saying that.
Bro, he got into Pokemon too, actually.
Bro, everybody's getting into Pokemon, dog, except me. I'm gonna start doing that.
Bro, you need to. You go to the vending machine, go buy that bitch out.
Bro,
you make
I would. I get paid tonight too. I would.
Hey, you might. It's always sold out, bro. It's always sold out.
I might do that. I might go to House of Dragons and just
ball out, bro. I got plenty of Pokemon for you to rip.
Buy eighth from a dragon. Hey, where you get this pack from? A dragon, dog.
Yeah, bro. You gotta go to the Dragon Clan.
For the Dragon Clan. Man, I need to get your brother on here. That's what it sounds like.
Hey, you need to, bro. You talked about how fly he was walking out.
Oh my gosh, bro. The aura.
The aura?
The aura, bro. Like, okay.
I'm telling you that's music to his ears right now.
Okay, well, like, hold up. Because I know we're believers in Jesus and God and whatever, right? Amen. Boom, boom. You ever seen that show Lucifer, though? Yeah. Or heard about it? I was like, bro, that's what he looks like. He looks like he's just walking out with aura, bro. Like in a suit, it's
intimidating, bro.
Bro, it's like on a different level.
Did you get to hear his coaching when Angel was fighting?
No, because
Oh, okay. I'm
not gonna. But seeing him, like I've seen him in your fights, like show you what I want you to do. Yeah, and I'm like, wow. In a suit,
bro. Yeah,
like,
in a suit.
In a suit, bro.
In a suit. He's got a suit for every day of the week, bro. I promise. Every day of the month.
Fly, bro. Like Fly is coach of the year already. He's in the bag.
There
dog.
You go. There
because
you go.
Other coaches, man, salute to them. You know, they wear, the gear,
their hoodies,
the hoodie, the gear, the caps, all that stuff. You know,
and
salute to you, right? You know, that's how you think a coach would look, or how you would want your
towel
want your coach to look, right? Mm-hmm. And you see someone coming out in a suit, and you're like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" And then his guys are winning, and girls.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, well, fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro was dripping out there, bro.
I mean, dude, it's his confidence isn't fake, and that's what you'll see in this game. probably like the most of is people will be confident, and then you'll see easily if it's false confidence or not. And he believes that he trained us to the best of our ability. He just makes sure, hey, it's your fault if you don't believe that, you know, which is true. Like, as a coach, if the plan doesn't go right, it's on him if I follow the plan. But if I don't follow the plan, you know, then it's on me. If I thought, oh, okay, well, I know you said that in the corner, but I think I'm beating him this way, and I get caught from that, that's on me. It's not on him as a coach. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he gets that. I get that, especially being brothers. It's been like many talks we've had to have. And that's what's prospered me the most, honestly, is that like I could be that, like I was talking about in Pokemon, I could be that Pokemon that's listening to the trainer, listening to the coach. And because of that, it's like he's playing a video game, right? And when watching him even coach Angel live, is like, it just gives me more reminders to like listen, because I hear, make sure you slip off and it's not like any BS, not like there's times where it's like he just needs to motivate you and be like, hey, wake up, like get your ass in there, like you better start swinging on him, like you're killing him, go out and kill him and finish the job. And there's times for coaching like that, but he also has those moments of he's throwing the kick a lock, ready to check two, bang, bang, and then a knockout happens, right? So he's got the best of both worlds when it comes to coaching, and it's been through years of experience in martial arts that he's done. You know, he's traveled the world. He's been through, I think, like way over like 40 countries, just trying to learn different aspects, not even in martial arts, but he's been to Nepal just to learn how to meditate, calm his mind down. So like real life Bruce Wayne, how about that? Not Lucifer. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
Didn't
Bruce mean Wayne to offend him in anything.
No, you're good.
Yeah, no, but still,
I
you know
what you mean. That like, oh shit, hey, he entered the room.
Yeah. Man, for real.
And so that's what it's about, because Batman's different than Bruce Wayne. You see what I'm saying? Bruce Wayne has the confidence knowing that he's done what he's done in life and his name speaks for itself, right? And then being Batman is the belief of all the training, all the development you've done as a person, right? The name and then the person of the development. And I think he's done a really good job on doing both, right? He's built up our organization to have, we're new, you know, like you said, everyone's finding out about House of Dragons, but they're finding out. And the way they're finding out is through Only Fight of the Nights, amazing girl fights, you know, our girl kicks butt, Melanie, and then my finish, you know, like that speaks in volumes, not only like us as fighters, but him as a coach. And then that's like the Batman part of it, is like how his team will speak for it. And then as an individual, he's always doing his best to, you know, get better. There's times where I've gotten belts, and I felt badass and everything. I'm like, hey man, let's spar a little bit, and he humbles me real quick. It lets me know that I'm still the younger brother, and I'm okay with that, because that allows me to get stronger. As long as he's getting better as a coach, as a sensei, as a brother, then I'm only ever going to progress. And I can, all he asked me to do is just spread that same word, that same message, and that same mentality to his son, right, and to all of our students at the dojo. And because of that, dude, I genuinely think we're building something in these next 5 years that people are going to really see a difference in this MMA community. So,
is it crazy how like, well, did you feel like a ton of pressure when you first got started in, like, you know, MMA and how to fight?
Yeah, I mean, I felt like, why do I have to do it? But no one ever forced me to do it. So it was like kind of like that victim feel bad for me mentality. And after watching like a couple Andrew Tate videos and just talking to my brother about what do you want in life, we figured that out. And we figured out that these pressures are just my own demons trying to consume me, and I have to slaughter them. That's all I can do. And through martial arts and through fighting in that cage, I physically get to do that. You know, like, I don't care. Like, my last opponent, I didn't see him as an opponent. I saw him as something in life that I had to get through. And that's why I do my best to go out there and kill it. You know, like, I get a sword and I imagine that we're in a medieval movie and he's a dragon that I have to slaughter, you know, and then I turn into the dragon and I'm the man. I'm the scary villain, and I'm okay with that for the night, because our organization will continue to grow because of that, you know? That's the scary episode in the show. That, like, there's always like one scary episode for Halloween, right? Well, it's amazing at the dojo. It's awesome. We're all having fun, loving, you know, each other, just making sure everyone's getting better in martial arts. And then, oh snap, fight day, fight night. We all got to go crazy. We all got to bring out that dog in us and then finish our job. And then we get back to having an amazing life.
It's just crazy how all the stars align, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like your brother's the owner, the coach, the head coach, right? And you're the star. Like you're the face of House of Dragons, I would say, right?
Well, yeah, I would say I like to call myself the pride of the House of Dragons.
Oh yeah, that too. You know what I'm saying? But like, you're obviously the champ. You know what I'm saying? Like your brother's doing with everything he did. I feel like, well, not that I know of, right? Mm. But you can correct me if I'm wrong. But like behind the scenes, he's making all the moves. He's putting everybody in place, all the chess. He's making sure everybody's
he's a
good.
chess master.
Exactly, making sure everything is squared away, right? And you're on the field, you're in the cage, you're doing that, right? You both are putting in that. Oh, this bitch. Oh,
there you go.
You both are putting in that work, right?
Yeah.
And like, I just think the stars align good because you both are right there with each other at peak of what you both are doing. You know what I'm saying? Because he could be as good as that, right? The best right there. And you're not, but you could have been not to where you're at right now. And then everything would have been different. You get what I'm trying to say?
No, I get 100%.
But you guys are both up there, and House of Dragon is like, so far the gym.
That's why
the gym of the year so far, like contenders, because it's like every year, bro. You hear like, well, when I first got introduced, it was 4 ounce, right? Like everybody 4 ounce. I'm like, whoa, like who are these guys? 4 ounce. Mm-hmm. Then you got Next Level. You got Jay Already. You got Jordan Garcia. You got Jordan Garcia, Devin Chef Williams. Everybody else, my bad if I missed you. You got those guys, and you're like, wow, Next Level gym is crazy.
Yeah,
boom, this month. You got House of Dragons.
Yeah.
Like it's so crazy how all these gyms just have.
Very grateful, bro.
Bro, right now is the best time. The best time.
Yeah, our stock's going up,
to be a regional MMA fan.
Yes. And I mean, like I said, bro, like how you said, like the stars kind of align. Like the pressure is on me, I'm okay with the pressure. The pressure makes diamonds because I understand that my brother put in all of his time and effort into me, like that's a slap to his face. That's a slap to, and he's totally okay if I were to walk away from all of this. If I were to walk away and go be a salesman and make however much a year and just, he knows I'm safe. I can defend myself and he's okay with that. I've helped him build an organization and that was like our brother project. Some brothers are into cars and want to build their dad's old 1965 Mustang, and in 25 years they finally rebuilt it themselves. Well, this was our project that we shared between each other, but he started, and I have to let everyone know that he started that. And luckily he loves me and brought me onto something that he saw potential in the future for me as well. And luckily I can say that now it's becoming something amazing. It's something that everyone will know and fear. Just to know, like, oh, even at the kids competitions that we had, like I knocked that dude out, and the next day we had over 20 kids compete in the CGL tournament, and like 15 of them got first, like 3 of them got second place, and 1 person got third. So like we went crazy as like our kids, and then our adults competed in there too, all first place. We got more subs in the jiu-jitsu tournament of it, and that all starts with us, like you were saying. Like he had a really, I guess for him, I don't know if he did or not, like mentally, but he probably had to take some sacrificial like step backs just to see me prosper, because that wasn't gonna make myself prosper like Marco Esparza, but that would also help the gym stock grow. And that's what I felt like was happening today. He just had his 3rd baby. Props to him, being a full-time father.
God bless.
Exactly. God bless, man. Healthy baby. Being a father of 3, full-on business owner, professional fighter also at Karate Combat. I don't know if you know, but he's only had like 4 fights. 2 of them are Karate Combat fights.
Oh, nice.
So he went straight to the top because he believed in himself. And because of that, he is an amazing team leader and has shown me to be the team captain. It's not a responsibility that I've like, oh man, at first I felt like that, like, dang, why do I have to do that? Well, I with great power comes great responsibility, bro. Like, exactly, you got to throw that Spider-Man reference. I get to be in that position, right? And it's a glorifying moment for me to knock that dude out and say, Dragons, this belt's not for me. This is for y'all. And to let y'all know that martial arts did something for me, and it can do something for you. Do I want my nephew, my son, to be a fighter? Hell no, not at all. But will they understand the hardships of what it takes to get through something? And martial arts will teach them that. So, and that's what he did for me, man. Like, without my brother, I don't know, like, where I'd probably be, in life, because he made those sacrifices for me to make me strong, to make me mentally fortitude to overcome any situation in life and just keep going, bro. Even like when this chapter of my life is over, I'll hit the next chapter in life with like 10 times the drive that I had this year. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I can say about him, is that he just strives to push us, and because of that, I get to push everyone else. And it's just like a domino effect. That's why the Dragons are becoming stronger, growing in numbers, and all of our other fighters are all putting on master performances because of that hard work and hard ethic. So,
do you think MMA could be like a team sport?
A team sport, like kind of like wrestling?
Like wrestling, or like wrestling, or I don't know if you heard of GFL, UFL. There's two of them, and they have their little franchise and teams and stuff like that. Would you ever think that concept could work in MMA or no?
No, I think that would be sick. Like where like you have like 4 guys at different weight classes from like the country, and then they fight the other 4 guys.
Yeah, and then it goes off points. I believe if you knock them out in the first round, it's 4 points. Second round, it's 3. Last round is 2. And then if it goes to the judges,
like for a team score, right?
Yeah, and then if this is judges, if you win by judging, it goes to 1 point, and the other guy gets 0.
I think that would be sick. The only thing that I could ever see, like the only big flaw that I've seen with like that dynamic and like that business model, is that, like for example, like say, what's it called? Like, right? It's 4-on-4, for example, or like let's do an odd number, like 5v5, and the 3 guys all win by knockout. Then there's just like gonna be like 4 guys that never got to fight.
I get what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? Because there's just no point. Like even if they were to both win by knockout, they just wouldn't win.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It wouldn't work. Okay.
So that's the only thing that sucks. Like you never get to really see like the best of the best. Because at the end of the day, like there's times where teams have like when they say
best
like
player.
Yeah, exactly. Like when they say, oh, it just wasn't their night. Like there's plenty of team events where they just weren't coordinated, right? There weren't, and that's where you're shifting the sport into. So I think it's cool. The concept's cool, but it's an individual sport. You know what I'm saying? Like I would be so pissed if I made weight and all my teammates got knocked down. I just didn't get a chance to fight them.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And you probably even wouldn't be motivated to fight them because your team just lost. So like, what's the point of you even going to a war with that person when you know your team's just not gonna lose?
Yeah.
Especially if there's money involved, like. If I saw 3 people in front of me get knocked out and I wasn't going to get whatever money I was going to get paid,
I'm about to fight y'all.
Well, yeah, exactly. I'm just not going to fight. Like I'd be like, okay, I'm fighting one of y'all like that lost, my teammates, or I'm just going home,
Yeah. No, that's a good perspective.
Because it's not basketball, bro. It's like you're putting your body on the line. So just to go fight for fun, like those guys are just like amateurs. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think the pay could be better in MMA?
I mean, yeah, but it's just like I don't think like a guy who like worked his butt off in the mountains of Dagestan, unless he's just a cold dude the way he fights, like he's just gonna be an animal and just like finish you all in the first round. Like I mean, that guy's cool. Don't get me wrong, his pay should be up, but is he selling tickets? Is he like a very marketable fighter?
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, like I mean, I think that plays the biggest aspect. If you're not a marketable fighter, then you're just not like in the talks of being paid high, in my opinion.
Now that does make sense.
That's just from what I've understood, like being in the game for what I've been in,
Yeah.
There's probably so many different aspects that I'm immature to or I just don't know yet. But yeah, like from what I've seen is like, I don't know, why put all that time and effort into training and like obviously because to be the best, right? But
yeah,
you have to like also put time into understanding social media, right? I have to put time and understanding into this and that, and that's like I said, I think that's what becomes a true champion. Like what I say, Connor's a champion, is because he's did all that crazy stuff outside of fighting on top of knocking people out. Like, this is a very hard thing to do in life too, because a lot of people get to train full time. Like, there's countries where they pay for you to train. Mm-hmm. Like, you just have to wake up, train, do this, train, do that, train. But if some Mexican guy who was able just to, like, to shit talk his way all the way up to the UFC, and he goes, I don't give a shit about, like, all the training you've done in the mountains. F you. Like, Nick Diaz, and then he puts a beating on them. Like, yeah, dude, that guy deserves a little bit more than this dude who's been working all that hard time. You know what I'm saying? Like, he sold the fight and then, like, put on a performance that everyone wants to watch. You go see Nate Diaz, you don't care if he wins or loses. Like you were saying about Michael Chandler.
Yeah.
Like, I think those guys deserve to get paid a lot more because, like, they're bringing entertaining-ass fights. Like, but Khabib was arguably, like, you would watch him, but you would watch him because, like, the card's probably stacked. Like, you don't think Mick Maynard knows how to do that? Like, oh, man, we have this, like, Belal Muhammad. I guarantee his undercard is going to be stacked, like, whenever he fights.
It's not. But I know
it's not?
No, it's
oh,
not.
shit.
It's next week. It is next week.
Who's he fighting? Shakov?
No, Jack Della Maddalena.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's probably, like, the lamest, like, big fight that's come up in a while.
But, no, it's cool that you say that, bro. Like,
it's all about the marketing, though.
I like how you think like that. And I like that you think like that. We think alike because I just don't get it. You
have to train hard, bro. You have to.
You have to train hard. You have to put in the work. But as a fighter, wouldn't you want to say I beat that guy? Like I knocked him out, or I submitted him. Compared to, yeah, I won. I mean, the judges, gave it to me. Or not gave it to you, but I put in the work. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I think that's why. They whine for the respect they deserve. You know what I'm saying? Because don't get me wrong, what he did to Leon, that was entertaining for me. I was like, all right, the way you were dumping him on his head, okay, that's cool. Keep doing that. You know what I'm saying? But am I gonna watch a Belal fight or am I gonna watch like a Dustin Poirier fight?
Belal fights are actually pretty entertaining though.
Ilya, all right. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. You know what I'm saying? That's my cup of tea. And he's not like I don't think he's a sellable guy. I really don't. I don't think he is. That's the thing. I get what you're saying. Like, when guys have to talk up the fight. But sometimes it's just the skills. Alex.
Yes.
Charles don't speak a lick of English.
Well, even Alex had, like, a whole marketing scheme when he, like, everyone knew him as, like, the rock stone face dude that would come out here and destroy everyone from Glory.
Oh, I meant Volk. But, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Okay. Well, yeah, Volk, too. Like, Volk understands, like, he was a champion, and he had a certain degree of where people like respected him because of his skill.
Yeah.
But then what did he do? He made a YouTube channel about cooking freaking food. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He had a different way to start making money. Yeah. And then now he has Bangtown Muay Thai. And with Alex Pereira, he had like a whole marketing strategy that his coach talks about. Like when he came to the UFC, not only did he just come in fashion and knock these people out, but he also like developed that chama dance, you know, like the wearing the head. He never wore headgear to any of his Glory fights.
Yeah,
but because they were like, oh, he's from some indigenous tribe. He's like, all right, well, yeah, I'll wear the headgear now.
That's my shtick.
You know. So like you play that role. Like going back to Leon Murphy, like I don't think he's ever gonna get a main event again with the way he just fought Josh Emmett.
I think he will just because. Like they're like, well, yeah, he's the number one guy, but I get what you're saying. Like, who would
exactly? You know what? Like how you feel about Leon is how I feel about Leon or Leon Murphy.
Exactly. Yeah, bro. Because I'm just like, and bro, sometimes I think you could see blatantly when they're trying to build a star.
Oh yeah.
Like Sugar Sean O'Malley, he's cool. Don't get me wrong, he's cool, but he's definitely forced on us. I feel like that. $299 stacked.
Yeah.
Stacked.
That's the only reason why they can make that fight happen again, though.
If it wasn't, bro. And then UFC Noche.
That was a pretty crazy card.
The Sphere?
The Sphere's... It could have been more stacked, though, in my opinion.
It could have been more stacked, and it could have had a better main event. But you're trying to lay it up to, like, this guy's our star. You know what I'm saying? And now he has that under his belt. Like... I sold out the Sphere.
What's the fight? Fight was crazy? Enrique and was it Daniel? Where they're like he was like, you know what I'm talking about? That fight was. I remember I was like, this is MMA. This is sick.
It was such a. That card could have been so much better,
bro.
Oh, Josh Van fought on there. Shout out.
Yeah, Josh Van's dude. That dude's.
That's the truth.
That dude's He's
truth.
yeah, bro. That's pure talent turned into like or hard, like I guess talent, hard work, perfect combo.
Perfect combo.
Perfect combo. I give all my respect to that kid. He's dope.
Talent, man. Talent.
Yeah.
How does it feel like seeing people from here? Like, cause even Kevin Holland, he's like somewhere.
Yeah.
He's somewhere in here, around here.
Yeah, he always.
But there's like a whole bunch of UFC people in this nest of Houston. So how does that feel? Seeing that and hearing the name, like, oh, you're from Houston. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How does that feel knowing like they're right there?
Oh, dude, it's sick. Like, it's very inspiring to watch all these UFC fighters from Houston. You know, I've got to meet a giant handful of them. I got to meet Adrian, got to meet Matt. Matt's actually cornered me for one of my fights. I haven't met Josh Van. I'm sure he's an awesome dude. Respect to him. But yeah, no, it's very inspiring seeing all these guys go to the UFC. One, because they did it. Two, I feel like they're becoming kind of pioneers, and Houston alone is becoming like a fight hub. Everyone talks about going to Vegas, going to Colorado to go and train, right? But I think, or going to Florida to even go train, like with ATT, American Top Team. But I feel like there's not like any like big, I guess, pristine gym or camp that like you have like every single one of those fighters that we talked about like training at. Like you go to Colorado, they have I forgot the name of it. Is it called High Elevation? But you'll have like everyone from Corey Sandhagen, like all parts of Colorado will meet up to go spar on a Saturday.
Right.
In Vegas, like a lot of those guys from like they'll all meet up to go spar on a certain day, like from different gyms. Like everyone's kind of like clicked, and I feel like Houston is slowly becoming that way.
I feel like that too,
and that's cool. I think that's cool, you know. But it does make the regional scene a little harder in that sense, because you know, like you don't want to go spar the guy you're about to go fight. He's gonna get looks on you.
Yeah.
Or like teammate wise, you know. I know like at amateur that's already a thing. Like I've trained with people that I've trained with the guy that I fought, and they train with the next guy that's fought. You know what I'm saying? There's just back and forth. So I can only imagine like. At that level, it does matter. You know, you don't want to just show your tricks to anyone, because like some good coaches can get those reads like that, and that could be the end of your career or not. I mean, that's just what I've realized being a new coach into this game. Hopefully, like one day being able to coach my own, like from start to finish UFC fighter. But yeah, like I understand like you don't want to give away all your secrets. I know I don't. You know.
Do you think cross training has kind of impacted the sport?
Yeah, 100%. Because you need to get different looks. You need different aspects. Like, you need to have those moments to go try new shit on new people. Like, with me and my teammate Angel, we love bringing in other people to come spar. We don't really go out too much. We just like to
keep it in-house.
Yeah, I mean, we got a gym to ourselves. I don't pay dues to go train at a gym. Yeah, I got a fucking gym. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
I'm saying in the sense of like, you know, you trained with that guy, so now you can't fight him.
Oh yeah, I mean, when I got this 135 belt for kickboxing, I trained with him plenty of times, leading up to Muay Thai fights, leading up to this 125 fight, and they go, oh yeah, you're gonna fight JC, shout out JC, for the 135 belt, and I had to flip a different switch. That was a different fight than my last fight. Like I was fighting a friend, so it was kind of like a little mental barrier I went through, because he's like the nicest dude ever, and
looks real nice.
Yeah, and I don't know if you got to see his fight. It was like a bloodbath.
I was gonna ask you about that next, but
bro. He's a straight dog. I remember being in like I hit him with a head kick, and he just gets up.
Yeah,
he dropped and get up, and I was like, I broke my foot on that kick. I kicked him in the face, like the fastest kicks I've ever thrown. I was like, oh God, his ass, and I walk away. I was like, I heard a crunch, and I was like, ooh, and then I see him get like pop up. I was like, oh, this is like a scary dream. And I was like, dude, I just broke my foot kicking somebody, and now I have to fight him. So that's why the third round I fought completely different. But in that fight, it was a tough fight, because I'd say like I was just telling you how I go out there and I put it on my mind to go out there and kill that person. I've literally been training with this guy for like the last 4 fights, and then in this last fight, he even came to train with us at our gym, like 2 days out of the week or something, just to get some sparring rounds and everything. But yeah, dude, like that was like a weird feeling. I was happy that fight was over versus like all these other fights. Like I was kind of glad that fight was over. But I mean, it doesn't matter who you are. If you sign against me, there's no friends in this game, and you have to view that way. Because if the moment you think like you're friends, that dude, if he turns on that switch to kill you, That's the reason why you lost, because you thought he was your friend. And I'd rather turn on my switch whenever that bell rings before they do. You see what I'm saying? So I think that does play a big aspect. Like, I don't care to train with every 25er in Houston, even though like they'll give me looks. I train with like a lot of 45ers, 35ers to be able to take a hit and then just try my shit out. But yeah, like, you know, they're competition at the end of the day. So.
Do you ever see yourself moving up at 35?
Well, this cut was pretty nice. So I think I can, especially if I dial in on my diet a little bit more, it'll be easier. Because there was times, like, even, like, a week out from the fight, I was like, ooh, I was craving Chick-fil-A. I just had to go get a spicy chicken sandwich.
I feel you, brother.
Bro, I was picking out a lot this camp. But I was also putting in so much work. I have never had an 8-pack before. I don't have an 8-pack right now. I just lost all my weight. Or I put all my weight back on. But, yeah, I was dialed in for this camp. I was operating at 35. I was just firing efficiently. I felt like every single engine was just... piston was burning, just pop, 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 going. So I was like, you know what? Let me sneak in some fries, some mac and cheese. Probably made like that last day of cutting worse, but this next camp, I told myself, stop being an idiot, be a true champion, be a true pro. Like, if that's your mentality to go into pro one day, like, have a diet like a pro. You know, don't pig out, have little moments.
I seen after your fight though, straight to the gas station.
Dude, bro, I pigged out. So my girlfriend, she always drives back from the venue. So I was like, this time I was like, hey, I didn't get hurt. I'm driving myself. And we stopped by like every single fast food restaurant. Like, I stopped by Jack in the Box to get the $10 munchie meal. It comes with a burger, 2 tacos, and you get to choose your fries. I went to Whataburger to get a the breakfast chicken sandwich. I went to McDonald's to get some chicken nuggets. Bro, I have my route. I went to Burger King. Got a Whopper, you know what I'm saying? So I picked all that up on the way home just to eat half of it and then throw up half and then eat it again later. Because your stomach just like adapting to it.
Right.
And this whole week has been nothing but just junk food, fast food. Like, I work hard enough to the point where like I'm eating full on steaks, full on like bowls of rice, potatoes. I'm eating good throughout my whole camp because of the hard work I put in. Mm-hmm. So whenever like I'm done with my fight, I go to a straight fast food diet, and I need to stop. Like, that's my biggest thing. I can't help it. Like, it's an addictive drug in me. Like, I need a greasy burger. They just opened up Trill Burger right behind my house.
Oh man,
bro, I'm about
another one or the only one?
No, it's so they have one over here on this side of town, right? Yeah. They just opened up like 5 minutes from my house on the north side. Like, it was an old Dairy Queen.
What side are you from?
From like Spring, Klein area.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, it was like 45-minute drive here, not too crazy. So
yeah, that's pretty crazy, but the traffic.
Well, it's
was
Houston.
Good.
It's Houston,
man.
45-minute drive in Texas is whatever.
Oh, that's a norm, bro. People need to stop moving here. I swear.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that shit so much, dude. It doesn't even feel like we're on a pod. It really doesn't.
No, yeah, we've been just chopping it up,
bro. We've really been chopping it up.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you more, but I feel like I'm being selfish because it's like 2 hours, bro.
No, you're good. I'm sweating too. So
I told you.
now it's getting a little hot.
Let me tell him, bro. I told you, dog. I was like, Kev, bro. I told
75 you. Turned to like 80 real quick, and then 85.
I told you, bro. Now I gotta. I mean, we still gotta ask questions, bro. Cause my mom seen your fight highlight.
Oh yeah.
That's what she said.
Damn. There you go. That's what everyone been saying.
Cause I was on the way here, I was talking to her, and she was like, "Where you going?" I was like, "Oh, the studio. I got a podcast with Champ." And she was like, "Oh, that's good." I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I'm gonna send you a link to this fight." And I sent it.
Nice, bro.
She said, "Yeah, bro. Shout out moms, bro. Shit, it's my dog, bro.
The moms are always killing it, bro.
Moms are
backbones of the family. The glue.
Backbones, man. Like the ones." Bet, let me know how much longer. Man, shut the fuck up. This dude think he is, you know what I'm saying? No, but what's your best fight?
My best fight, I would say, was when I got the 125 belt, because I went 15 minutes, and that was cool because I had to like dig deep for that one, like cardio wise. Like, I told myself, I was like, man, I keep on hitting him, he just won't drop. And I kept on saying that to my brother. He goes, well, stop trying to knock him out. Like, obviously, you can't knock him out. So just keep tapping him. Switch to just outpointing him. And my mentality is always just to go out there and just dog it out. And So I had to like, I was like, dude, I don't even have energy just to flick him. So like the whole like fourth and fifth round, I told myself, I was like, no, if I want to be a pro, you have to find that second win. Like even like when you don't have it, you have to like tell yourself like you better, you know, when he's getting tired, you're just getting started. That's what like my strength and conditioning coach tells me all the time. And that was my own mentality, just like to just keep like I know like we're both hitting the gas right now, but I know his tank's running out. You know what I'm saying? I know that mine just continually to go. Like I keep on reloading and I just got to keep on going. And that was a big like dig deep type of moment for me, you know. And then in my kickboxing fight, yeah, I broke my foot right off that head kick when I got the 8 count. Well, I knew I was like up on points, so I just had to like not survive, but I had to just go out there and continue to fight. Like as long as I put another 3 minutes down, I'm gonna win the fight. But the 5 minute round, like that was, or the 5 rounds, like he put me in some submissions, you know, like. I got put in a submission the first round. I was like, dude, no way I just lost this fight in the first round. You know, like no way I just got put in a triangle right away.
That first round was crazy.
Broke my arm.
You guys just went full blazing, like back and forth. That first round, it felt like there was no, and like honestly, bro, I'm being real. There was no technique, no nothing.
Yeah,
it was just
go.
Let's go.
Yeah,
just let's go.
We were fighting.
Like, yes, you guys were fighting. Legit fighting.
And that's what I tell myself is like. As long as I can do that to someone every single time, bring a fight, I know I can get technical. Because I felt like in the 4th, 5th round, I was starting to like really show my technique.
Yeah, it was all there.
And like I started to like finding my shots, finding my jab a little bit more. But that's why I really wanted to pop off this fight is because I felt like that was like the big barrier I need to get past was like when and why to do it. It's like throw a punch. You know, everyone knows how to throw punches. Everyone knows how to throw kicks, knees. And, like, when it comes to pads, I look amazing on pads. But, like you said, like, right in the first round, let's go.
Everything was, like, out the window. Yeah, it was like, let's go right now.
Throw all your technique, all those years of martial arts out the window because, boom, you just got popped in the face.
Survive.
Yeah. You think different.
Go crazy.
Yeah.
What was it like when you broke your foot?
Bro, it hurt so bad. Like, fucking, I kicked them, and then when they're like, oh, you don't feel it because of adrenaline. Fuck that. No, I felt it right away. Sorry for my language. I felt that right away, bro. Like, I kicked him, and I was like, got him. And I started walking away, and then I just, like, crunch. Like, I just stepped on the foot, and I just heard, like, I think it's, like, this bone pops right here. So, like, that's exactly, like, where the ball of the foot is, and then I stepped on it and just, like, went up. And I see, like, something sticking out of my foot. I don't know if it was bone or whatever, but, like, it just didn't feel right. I couldn't walk on it. So, like, the whole last round, I was like, geez, don't throw this leg. And then instinct, jab, leg kick. Boom. I was like, oh. And then I just did that for the rest of the round. Just threw my combos, jab, leg kick. I just knew I had to put 3 more minutes down. As long as I put 3 more minutes, like, and I don't show the judges that I hurt my foot, which I think I did a pretty good job on.
Yeah.
Like, just trying to stay composed. But there's, like, literally, like, when he did the Superman punch to me, I tried to step back, and then that is what, like, messed me up. He hit me, but it didn't knock me out. But, like, when I stepped back off the Superman punch, like, it hit me, and then in perfect timing, my leg just collapsed. Like, I just couldn't stand on that foot. So I was like, damn, like, hopefully it didn't count as an 8 count, and then just went right back to it and started just trying to fight him, you know? And because of those experiences, I feel like I'm facing them early in my career, my amateur career. So when I go to pro, I won't be scared of those either. Like when I like break my wrist of punching someone in a 5-round fight for a title at pro, you know, I've already experienced those hardships. So
yeah, it's definitely like the saying, you can't put a price on experience.
Exactly.
You know, this whole stuff that you're going through and everything, you know, it definitely is. It's gonna pay off when you go pro because you know, in amateurs, from what I hear and from what I feel, is like it's just that's the time to make your mistakes or learn.
Yeah, I want to make all the mistakes I can.
Yeah, make all the mistakes and also just learn as you go through it with the amateurs. You know, and the adrenaline in your last fight, obviously you could see it was there right after because you were like night, and like I just felt like you just burst into this higher level after the fight, bro. Like you was just. Like I just felt the adrenaline through the screen.
Yeah,
basically.
Like
watching it on TV. But, yeah.
It was weird, bro, because like surprisingly, I didn't realize I followed like a lot of his teammates, and it was just like I didn't see any of anyone else's stories but theirs. Like, for some reason, my algorithm on Instagram was, nah, we're going to pop up all of his teammates' stories.
I knew what's up.
And, and all they were saying was, and new. And I didn't take it personal. It's not like I was pissed. I was like, oh, yeah, it's the game. Like,
you want your teammates,
yeah.
You want your teammates saying the same thing.
And they all and respect to them, because they all gave me respect afterwards. Like, hey man, like that was a tough fight that we thought for you. Yeah.
That's
so respect to the whole team. No animosity or nothing. But it made me like, oh geez, like I had to prove something to myself. It's gonna make anyone feel some type of way.
Yeah.
When you're just like, you constantly see. I didn't see any of my friends' stories.
It's like a mental thing.
Yeah, it's a mental thing, and that's a part of it, you know, regardless of whatever mental stuff he was going through leading up to the fight. I was going through my own stuff too, just like anyone else, you know. Luckily, my dad had told me, don't make anyone else's problems your problems. So,
shout out Dad.
Shout out Pops, bro. He's ride or die for me. And he let me know straight up, like, regardless of what you feel, what you are experiencing through the social media, through the weight cuts, you know, through looking him in the eyes, you know, I've always asked him, how do you look to someone in the eyes? Like, the face-offs are really the scariest things for me. I get so awkward and anxious. It's weird, you know. And then he just told me, like, you just got to be present in the moment. You can't, like, let anything else, like, mess with your mind. And that's why I think Kobe Bryant's the best, you know. That's why I think any GOAT has earned his GOAT stat, because they don't let something fatigue their mind when it comes to the day of the event, or the task at hand, not even the day of the event, but, like, if you had an important job interview, or if you had something going on in life where you had to be there and be present in the moment, like, you got to lock in, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be there and be 100%, or else you're just going to mess up, and you'll face the consequence of messing up.
Rest in peace, Kobe.
Yeah, bro. He was a real one. Watching his like, I don't watch, like, boxing, like Muhammad Ali, or I watched him. Like, I watch straight up, like, the top of their game athletes, and the reason why they're at the top. You know, so
Mamba mentality.
Yeah, bro. Like, that's some real shit right there. Dragon mentality, bro. Everyone's about to realize this, like, next couple of years, what the dragon mentality is about. We're here to show it, bro. We're here to show it. So
we'll wrap it up, bro. It's pretty late.
Yeah, I'm getting a little tired too.
Real fucking late. It's 10:50, bro.
Oh damn, we've been cracking it for a while,
dude. Like, that's my thing. Like, that's how I try to make the podcast, like, just like a conversation with a bro or something.
No, dude, this has been a real kickback one too.
That's what I'm saying. I don't try to. I mean, I have questions in my head, but I just go with my flow state.
Yeah, bro. You gotta get that flow state.
Bro, I gotta go to the dojo one day.
You need to, bro.
I want to go so bad, bro.
You gotta come.
Tell Dark Angel, please respond to my DMs, cause bro.
Yeah, I'll tell Angel respond to the DM.
No,
dog.
he has. We talk, but I don't think he gets the hint where it's like, bro, I want to interview you, dog. Like, come on, cause he put on a classic,
bro. When you want to talk about flow state, that boy...
Classic, bro.
I don't know what it is about him. He's some crazy little Mexican that could just get in business, bro. Like, you give him a job. Like, I genuinely think if he needed to become a hitman, he could easily do it.
in a heartbeat. I feel like he could, too.
Like, as long as he has a task that he needs to do, he'll get it done. Like, it doesn't matter what it is in life. He's one determined dude, and he drives me to be the way that I am. You know,
so cold, bro.
Bro, his crisp boxing, like he's trained to do that. Like that fight, he trained that way, and his next fight, you're gonna see him train a different way. Like he's never the same in any fight. Like I say it time and time again. He's the best kickboxer in this state, and I'll say it over me all day because when he puts his mind to it, bro, he's one nasty dude. He can put on that guy that he was fighting said he was gonna do nasty things to Angel. It was such shit. Like he was like I don't really plan on fighting him. I'm just gonna do nasty things to him. And me and him look at the video. We're like, what the fuck? Like, what does that even mean? So what does
that even mean?
Yeah. So we're like, hey, you gotta whoop his ass. And he's always fighting some character. He fought like the Joker. He's fought that leprechaun guy before. So now he fought some crazy Mexican and put him down.
I mean, he's the angel, bro. He's the dark angel.
Yes, bro. He's sent down to go and take your head off.
He has to go against the characters, you know. Dark angel. He has to go, you know, give him justice, make him feel the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
But man, what do you say? Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, bro, I see myself being a professional fighter, being a well-established coach and gym owner, dojo owner. We want a franchise. We want to build a bunch of House of Dragons. We want to grow the Dragon Clan. on top, and then one day be a awesome husband, be a father like yourself. I'm sure that's a experience that I can't wait to face for myself. I bet it's even scarier than a fight. So and that's something I can't experience it. Angel, he's a father, so he knows what that's like. My brother, he's a father of 3, like I told you, and from having an amazing father, I can't wait to have that role. So that's one thing, and then on top of all that, just giving my life to Christ as much as I can. That's the biggest message I can always tell anyone, is that the Lord saved me, and then if you're lost, you're confused, just look to him and he'll answer. You might not like the answer, but he'll answer you. So just gotta be willing to talk.
Amen.
Yes, sir.
Shout out the dads. But all right, brother, I appreciate you
Yes,
for
sir.
coming on.
Let's go,
man.
bro.
I really do.
Yes,
and
sir.
we out.
We out.